just pretend like everything's working smoothly. Hold on. What's up? Oh, hold on. Actually, hold on. One other thing we can do is we can go clear. Smash. What? No accessory found? This is... luckily I am... My stupid light thing. Why is this not working? Why, oh, why do... There it is. Hello. Sorry, I do apologize. I was... For some reason, that light decided to not work. And obviously, that is probably the saddest thing in the world. For people not to be able to look upon my face. I just need to get Discord where it needs to be. Where is Discord? Mini chat. There we go. All right, chat is where it's supposed to be. I'm in the right thing. We got some painting to do today, ladies and jelly spoons. I don't know when I'm having a haircut. I might see if I can cram one. I haven't booked one, but I might see if I can get one this week, Friday. We're getting quite interesting. Let's move this where it needs to be. So we've got a few minis to tidy up. We've got a few minis that we need to sort of clean up, get finished, which is what we're going to do today. We got Snick Rock, we got some 3D printed ones, and we got Space Marine. And then hopefully that'll be basically the end of the month is rapidly approaching. We do have the goals above us, by the way, but hypothetically, if you want that statue down, oh god, where it is, down there, then hitting 50 subs is the way to go about unlocking that giveaway. However, I think I got sent the next month's one as well. I think I got an email with the next one's picture. I wonder, is it Ritual Design? Not that email. Is it this? It was indeed. Pretty sure it was. I got a release preview. Someone riding a... What is it? Some kind of beast. Some kind of crazy beast. I think I can show it off. Although probably not that image. I just realized at the last second that was quite saucy. Yeah, I just double checked. There's a rogue bit of flesh flying loose. So we will be able to... Yeah, we'll be able to show that off. Okay. So that'll be a good thing to do. So we are doing some painting. As I said earlier, the Space Marine. Well, I'll show you the minis from yesterday. I'm calling them finished. They may very well not be considered finished, but basically until I get my hands on the basing goop, there's not much I can do with them. So I'm calling them finished. But that's good enough, because then it means we can finally get some pictures for the dreaded social media, which everyone knows and loves. So let us actually... I will show you what we're going to potentially be giving away next month if we hit the sub goal in a second. But first of all... What is going on my phone? Something I saw something. Oh no, that's my face. I am struggling at the moment trying to monetize my YouTube channel. It is technically monetized, but they send a YouTube a fee, like a little charge, like 35p or 10p or 20p or whatever it is, a relatively small amount to the bank account to make sure it's yours. It hasn't appeared in my accounts, and it's very irritating. It's very irritating. So I'm sort of making sure that my account details are correct, which they are, as I knew they would be. And then just, I don't know, I guess I have to try again next month, because it would be nice to eventually get paid if and when that happens. So let's change to there, shall we? So we have moved the camera. We're no longer over here. We're now over here. Where are we focusing? Round about here, I think. So let us have a little bit of a look-see, shall we? This music is rather loud for me. Oh, you know what? My bad. I didn't change the C920 exposure. That, as we know, is one of the worst things which can possibly happen. So let me fix that quickly. Leave it at 6. Hopefully that'll be all right. It's functional. So paint stream. Here we go. Hello. Studio mode. And then I need the event feed and then the activity feed. Right. So we are indeed painting this guy. This is a 3D printed miniature from Highland Miniatures. He's sort of almost finished. I'm not entirely sure if I'm as happy with him as I was back when I started painting him. I like the general idea, but I just think like it's not an effect I'm kind of used to. I think probably the brightness can get probably dragged up a little bit further, the sort of whiteness. But that time has been and gone, really, because I've no idea what color it was I used. It wasn't white. It was probably something mixed with white, knowing me. Anyway, but I do like the general kind of look, and it will be fine on the tabletop. So we do have to paint the base. There's some dangly bits of string attaching these skulls to these metal hoops around the head. I think that is string, like over the top of the skull, rather than metal. So we will paint it as string. I mean, we could paint it as metal, but either way, there's a bit that bit of metal is attached to a bit of string, which is attached to some part of it. I don't know where. I don't know where it attaches, and obviously the base situation needs to be done. So here's first and foremost. Well, not first and foremost, but here's one of the minis we're painting today. We do have boss Snickrot right here. Like all the basing stuff I want to do for the orcs is I can't find it. It's very frustrating. It's somewhere in storage. So while he is technically finished, his base isn't. I'm sure there is some. I suppose we could put a little bit of ivory and stuff on that little tooth or whatever that is up there. But he's basically done. There's not a huge amount really to be done on him. I suppose one could always attempt to improve the non-metallic metals, something I am universally trash at. But we got to do this rope. I knew there was something. We got to highlight the sort of rope stuff. So it needs a bit of shading and then highlighting. And I think there's unfortunately, do you see that little bit of white right there? I'm not going to be able to I might be able to get a brush to it, but it's going to be at potentially great cost. We will give it a go. And underneath as well, you can see the rope kind of just there. So here's another one. We've got our Space Marine. I don't know what we're doing with him, truth be told. And we got our... Where's our little skelly boy? These are also 3D printed bad boys. I don't know what this weapon is. What's up, Java? How you doing? Good to see you. What is cracking? Happy Tuesday to you. So these ivory bones need a little bit of work. A little bit of brightening up a little bit. Obviously, the base needs work. I want to do the base. I'm not really sure what we're doing with the base. I'm going to be basically playing for time while I try and figure out the base. But we got him to paint like the handle or whatever that thing's called of the weapon. Here's Jeff. He needs his horn worked on, so we need to do some horn work and ivory work as well. Same with the base, the buttery biscuit base. But apart from that, he's done. Your knees and neck are cracking. I feel you. I completely understand, dude. You have my sympathies, genuine sympathies. I'm not just saying it. It's heartfelt. I completely understand. We got to paint. I need to come up with a color for the sword. Scabbard is the word I was looking for. The scabbard. Yeah. I need to come up with a scabbard color. So this is the leader of these skellies. He's got a white, ruffly neck bit. Purple, I'm not entirely happy with this purple that I've actually ended up doing. But it will, like for example, I don't know, it needs work. We might do some purple work today. And obviously the base needs working. What I'm going to do for the skellies is put some Badland or Steel Legion drab over the base. Because I want to do Earth, I think, kind of thing for the skellies. Makes sense. I am going to end up doing... Wait, hold on. I don't know. For my 40k skellies, we could do Dried Earth as well. But my old world skellies, I'm not sure what we're going to do. But I'm going to move over here. If it's any consolation, I'm also in agony, Java. Agony, I tell you. I'll get you. No, I'll get you. Then I'm gonna use two colours that I'm gonna use one colour I've never used before, and one colour I've only used a couple of times. So, colour I've never used before, Mortarian Grime. Don't forget to use your channel points, by the way, if you are on old Twitch Arena. Don't forget to use those points and be a winner. And then I don't know why we're starting with this rotter, but we're going to slap down some Griff Charger Grey over the stone. Now, there is already colour on the stone. As you can see, there is green on the stone, which is not ideal, but we can just make it dirty or glowy or something. Damn right you do, Ragnar. It's a whole new era. I don't know if we're going to hit the channel point goal. What's up, Butters? How you doing, you saucy rascal? And they are touching. They are. They are indeed. Oh, hold on. Not that this does anything at the moment. This is just more like a warm-up. Butters, have you done your taxes? I was doing them before. Last year was bereft of money. So I'm getting myself really confused. It's very irritating. I hate. I long to become rich and then I can pay someone to do it for me. That is the ultimate goal. That is the ultimate goal. You have done them. You haven't submitted them. I have a beer chilling in the fridge ready to celebrate. Hell yes. Hell yes. I've done them. I apparently overpaid last year somehow. Don't know how. And it says I have an amount of money in credit in my sort of tax account thing, which will get automatically deducted from my this year's bill. But it hasn't been deducted yet. I have submitted it. They haven't deducted it yet. I'm very concerned they're going to go, oh, no, it wasn't deducted in time. You owe us money. So I'm going to have to call them up tomorrow and be like, yo, listen here, sunshine. This is how it is. I'm being proactive for once. That means you have less to pay this year? It is. Yeah, it's good. But I have noticed, Butters, it's terrible. There are a couple of holes in my national insurance from a few years ago. I don't know how that's happened, but I need to make some back payments. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to retire ever, which is obviously a disaster. Their system is let's be kind and not say it. Yeah, it's problem is I know I'm not the smartest thingamajiggle in the thing, tool in the shed, right? But my God, it's just very confusing. I don't know. I don't actually know what happened that year. I don't know what happened. It's very strange. It's not because I was in the US. I was expecting that to be an issue, truth be told. But it wasn't really, thankfully. Anyway, we're going to slap some of this on. It is very odd. I'm sure it was basically during the time when I was looking after my grandmother. Evidently, I did something incorrectly or something weird happened. Because there was a bit of, I don't know. It was weird. Weird. But it's all right. I've found out, luckily, not that anyone's going to really care, but apparently until April 2025, there's a sort of an extension on paying, like, if you got any holes in your national insurance, you can pay it. You can pay the difference or whatever it is, up until April 2025. So I've got this year to make good on that issue. Fill that hole, so to speak. It will even out. It will even out. It's just, I just don't understand their system. It's just, I get very confused. I'm not a tax person. I'm not a numbers person. Was it because you spent it all on the GW site? I mean, that could be it. That could be it, legitimately. It was actually, hold on, what year was it? It was, no, I don't know what it was. I think there was like, I don't know. I really wish I knew. Anyway, I'm going to get it resolved. It's not an issue. It's just a headache. Anyway, how are we doing today, ladies and jelly spoons? I hope you're all well. Don't forget to use your channel points. I don't know where we are. Yeah, I did. Because you can look at your national insurance history and go through, like, I went back to 2006. There are a couple of other holes. One was like £15. One was a £15 hole, and I thought, oh, well, I'll get that one fixed. And then there's one saying, oh, we don't know how much you owe. The website hadn't worked it out. And then there are two other, like, kind of chunky payments I need to make by the end of this year to get everything covered. So that's like the major goal for 2025. Up until like, yeah. But it's a good thing to do. It's a good thing to do because like you don't really want any holes in the national, basically what your pension's paid out of, unless you have a private pension, etc. I've only been self-employed since 2013, but I had a period looking after your dad. Well, this is the problem. I think that the issues I had was when I was looking after my grandmother, and I wasn't like that's all I was doing, really. That's all I was doing, basically. I was on, I had a carer's allowance. So I had a tiny bit of money coming in via that just to help sort of, basically keep me having a mobile phone. But that's it. I think that's when the issue is, round about then. Anyway. But I've only been, I think I've been self-employed since 2018. Technically, I think. I just don't know how properly I was. I don't know when I registered. That's the issue. I don't know when I registered. I am definitely registered, but I don't know when I did the registering. Okay, so we are slapping this on. Are we even doing it on camera? Yes. Yes, we are. Okay. So that's the base, the buttery. We will slap our own colors on over the top of this gray, but it's just more of a sort of starting point, I'm not, well, apparently, see, this is the problem. I can't remember if I've done it or not. Apparently, you're supposed to call up and register yourself as a what's it? Not a cheesy what's it, a self-employed person. I can't remember doing that, but also at the same time, I can't remember not doing that. Like I would have done it if I was meant to have done it, I would have done it, but I just can't remember doing it. I am on camera. Hey, hello. Yes, paying taxes 101. Don't do what I do. It's a complete disaster. But we have succeeded in painting some minis though. We've already got paint on a miniature today. We finished off as well, let's have a quick run through of minis we did that I'm calling finished. So this guy right here, this 3D printed orc from Highland Minis, based up in your neck of the woods, sort of, Butters. In fact. So this is a 3D printed one. Obviously the base isn't finished, but I'm waiting for base goop. But I'm happy with him. Although, see, this was a test for my orc army for the old world. I like the skin a lot, and I will be attempting to remember how to do the skin. I will be attempting to remember how to do the skin for my orc army. At least the orcs. I'm not sure about the goblins yet, but we'll worry about that later. I'm just not sure purple was the great choice. Like, I love purple and magenta specifically, but I don't think purple was the right choice. Or maybe the issue was this black Incubi Darkness kind of, I don't know, shawl thing, whatever it is he's got on his bonce. I want to see a nice checker pattern. Oh, bloody hell. Of course you do. Listen. I I want many things as well. You never did that. You registered yourself as self. Well, that's what I thought I did, but apparently I don't know. I'm gonna call them up tomorrow and spend all day on the phone. And be like, yo, can we just make sure I've got everything done correctly? Because the last thing I need or can afford is a knock on the door from you guys, or a big letter coming through the letterbox. There are some, unfortunately. Wait, hold on. Which ones? What on this guy? You could do a nice Scottish kilt. Oh, absolutely, no problems. I could do. I'm not going to, Java, because look, I had a seizure on Saturday night. Right, I don't want any more headaches. I would like a nice, relaxing day today. As you know, tartan for the win. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Ragnar. I will let you hand weave some tartan, all right? And then I will follow that pattern. And then, no, it's all right. It's all right, Java. Like, in the scheme of things, like, I was thinking about it Sunday night. Well, actually, let me tell you, I was very disappointed because I was in here painting all day. And then I was thinking to myself, you know what? It was sort of like 9:15 or something. I was rolling up to 9:15. The film I had on the monitor was finished wrapping up. I was thinking to myself, you know what? It's bloody pizza time. Let's go, baby. So that's the last thing I really remember. I woke up at 10:30. I don't know where. I don't know if it was in here or in the house. All I knew was I hadn't ordered pizza, and I chewed my tongue by then, so I wasn't going to order pizza after that. Very disappointing. Very disappointing. Anyway. You're obviously thirding the kilt idea? Yeah. Like, of course you are. Of course you are. Well, I don't know what I'd see. I mean, there are too many tartans out there. I wouldn't want to offend anyone by doing the wrong tartan. You know? Oh, the skull boob? Yeah. Quadruple. One up on that woman in Total Recall. As long as it's yours. Yeah, I don't know yours, so I think we're just going to have to leave it there for now. I do occasionally see people like do sort of how to paint tartan on miniatures. I will eventually give it a tickle, but just not today. No. I think we need to do tartan in Liverpool colours. See, Liverpool colours, is that white and red or red and white? You know how much of a football person I am. But anyway, so I am waiting on. I've got to order the base stuff for this guy, but I'm calling him done. But for my Black Orcs, I don't think we're doing purple, ladies and jelly spoons. I can't really remember how much clothing they have on them, truth be told, but I don't think this color combination, clothing-wise, is where it's at. Skin-wise, absolutely, very happy with that. We got our little long snout orc right here. Bit overexposed, I do apologise. Obviously, non-metallics are not my specialty, which is why this looks terrible. But it's, I don't know. I suppose it could be worse, technically. And I think his eyes could need work, really. But he needs a couple of tufts on his base. But he is basically done and ready to get photoed. And then we have this lad. The Sunland Pistolier. I'm very happy with this guy, actually. Yeah, I'm happy with this guy. He needs some basing material on the base, but he's basically done. And then I'm also working on, not that you'll have seen this, but I am working on this. This is what my main project for tomorrow. I've got some oils to do. I've got to do all the panel lining. I've got to do all the weathering. That needs to be done and photoed by... So that's tomorrow. and Thursday's project. I have to get it done. Yeah. Right. Red, white, and a bit of yellow. Is that because they run away? Are they scaredy cats? Yeah, we're waiting for that to dry. I don't know what colour scabbard we're doing there. Maybe purple, actually, to match the cloak. But we need to... The cloak needs finessing. I'm just looking at this thing attaching to the metal here. I can't tell if it's string or metal, or rope or twine or metal or something. We need to paint the bit it's attached to, sort of ropey colour. We might just paint it metal and be done with it. All right. That's that problem solved. Steel. What's up, Beanie Baby? How you doing today, dude? Happy. Happy. This is the thing I've got to remember to fire the bot up first and then OBS, because every time I don't do that, it doesn't harness the power of stream chat like that, and that is a sad situation for everyone involved, not just me. You're good. I'm better. I'm very tired and my joints are aching. No, not my joints, my muscles. It's not as painful to walk down the stairs or walk up the stairs, but it is still painful. What, Ragnar? Did we paint the underneath of this? We did. Technically. Working out? No, I had a seizure. I had a seizure, Beamy. So I mean, technically that's a workout, right? It's just not the variety of workout I would like to do. You know? Do not approve. I mean, do not recommend. It's a full body workout, that's for sure. It's all right. I mean, it is a workout. It is all right. I'm not like... It's just not ideal. Oh! Hey! Well, hello there. Were you not already following? Thank you very much for the follow. If you weren't already following, thank you very much for the follow. I could have sworn you were already following. No, I could have sworn... Anyway, listen, thank you very much for remedying that situation. You have been here many times, I know. I know that. We all know that. How you doing today? Happy Tuesday. I almost said Monday. What is everyone else up to today? I am grumbling about taxes. That's mostly today. Ooh, you're about to paint your first mini? No way. What are you going to paint? What have you got? What saucy little mini have you got to paint? Can you say happy Friday and make it that, please? Only. If I had that power, it would be a great thing. The amount of times that it would be Saturday, Friday, whatever day it was, it would be a lot. These skulls need work again. You know what? I have a sneaky suspicion these are actually all made of twine or something similar around the entire thing rather than metal. I have a sneaky suspicion they're all like. Anyway, I'm painting this one metal, so whatever. On Friday's stream, we'll be painting Space Marines of some variety. I'm not really sure, but they will be painted. I just don't know what variety yet. There'll be Marines in Space Marine armor, and that is all I can guarantee. Although technically we are painting a Space Marine today as well, or at least we will be. Steady. Oi, oi, Savaloy. There we go. All done building and priming. That is a magnificent first step, or first, second, and third step. I suppose the first step is buying the miniature, or being given the miniature, acquiring the miniature, relaxing a little, hopefully a lot. Houston, what's cracking? How you doing today? Happy Tuesday to you. You're a simple man. I see the words tabletop and miniatures and you click. That's what I like to hear. I'm glad I'm terrible at writing titles for YouTube videos and things. So, hello there. I'm glad we do have tabletop miniatures of variety that I'm slowly slapping paint on. They're all kind of... We finished 3 on yesterday's stream, or basically finished them. And then these other ones are... Yeah, I've got... Unfortunately, the basing material I used to have, and it's gone AWOL. So we have some... Technically, we have some basing to do. But we also have some miniatures to sort of finish off. These are like... These are all like tickling the end of being finished, if that makes any sense. We're very close. Ordered a black metal from Vallejo, which is going to be awesome for my Chaos Warriors. Hell yes. Hell yeah. Do you know, are you doing just sort of a generic kind of Chaos Warrior, or are you doing a more sort of faction-focused kind of Chaos Warrior? What's up, Commander Shepard? How you doing, you saucy rascal? Happy Tuesday. Whoa! I'm terrible. I don't make that noise. It does bad things to me. But we have actually painted other orcs as well. I'll show you the 2 we finished on yesterday's stream. So these are both 3D printed ones. In fact, this was a Kickstarter. Long snouts. They're available on my mini factory. And this was a free one I yoinked from the Kickstarter, and I thought I'd give it a go. I'll probably end up getting them because I kind of dig them. And then this one is from Highland Miniatures, who I sell their miniatures, or at least I will be selling their miniatures via my web store. My next army will be Khorne. But I just had to get Archeon, that's how I say his name, and Be'lakor. Hell yes. You don't have them yet? You will, though. That's it. That's what I like to see. I like to see aspiration. Aspirational miniature buying. So, is that for... Hold on. Age of Sigmar. I can't remember if Archeon's in the old world. I can't remember if he's in the old world or not. I don't know if he's knocking around yet. I don't even know what we were doing. Oh, we were doing some dodginess on you. Let me slap some brown earth on the floor. Get rid of that tile. Houston, is it going to be a massive a massive stretch of the imagination to take a wild guess of where you're from? Or have you moved away from there and now reside in other places? I would like to get my hands... I'm not... Actually, hold on. Do I want to get my hands on Be'lakor? If I go to Element Games using my affiliate link, Forces of Chaos. Where is he? Disciples of Tzeentch. Tzeentchy boys. Slaanesh. I've still got the Great Unclean one to finish painting, by the way. I've got to find his head. This is the main issue I've got with the Great Unclean one. We will return. We will make a grand return to the Great Unclean one. Problem is, I've got to find his bonce. It's gone AWOL a bit. Once I found his head and his arms, I'm going to rip the magnets out because I don't play the game enough or at all technically to worry about having the best option. So I'm going to find the option I want to paint and then just glue it on and not worry about horrible gaps. I'll fill it, like, I don't know why I didn't fill in that gap there. Anyway, we might have to strip this guy and then repaint him. What is up? Why? Was I on crack when I did this? We got some major issues. We got some major gaps. Like on this bit of that needs gap filling. Yeah, we can do better than this. This is terrible. I'm going to strip this and just basically start from scratch. Oopsie. You love crack? I'm not going to comment on that. I'm not going to comment on that. Just because I'm innocent and don't know what you mean. That's all I'm going to say. So we are going to put some base. There we go. Right. To be honest, if you think you're three geese and trench coat, you probably do love crack. Potentially. Where does that nickname, where does that username come from? Out of interest. Look at me, Ragnar. I hope you're proud. I hope you're impressed at my powers of painting on screen. I had to double check that I was on the screen when I said that. Because I'm very impressed. And it takes a lot to impress me. I'm impressed myself. In fact, we might as well just get some base color on all of these lads. It was on the screen. I was just checking because I had a slight bit of trepidation, thinking, "Oh no, I'm saying this and I'm painting off camera. What a noob! What a noob!" All my previous usernames have been something with animals. You got the idea from BoJack Horseman, Vincent Altman. What? But then geese, because they're menaces. They are. They really are menaces. Pain in the posterior to cook as well. Right. dokie. Oh, hello, Betty. So I think my web store is almost up and running. I got to go and do a couple of things and whatnot tomorrow when I'm not dealing with the tax man tomorrow. I will hopefully get that thing up and running. May even start selling bases as well for miniatures. This guy needs his brass Dubrifirkin worked on, so to speak. So we will do that. All right, Sonny Jim. Ba, 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 ba. Right. I'm gonna have to drink some coffee in a minute. The coffee I've purchased at the moment is rather strong, stronger than I keep expecting it to be. I mean, it's functional. It does the job. I need to actually. Yeah, that is right. It's functional and does the job, but it's a bit stronger than I sort of keep expecting it to be, which is a bit catches me by surprise sometimes. Alrighty. So yeah, I need to order like some mud. I need to order some mud. There we go. That's what I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave it like that. Ragnar, how's the suit coming along? I know you've got a good chunk of it cleared off, so to speak. I don't know what we're doing for this Space Marine, by the way. We got to do his eyes. Green eyes? Not blue. Not really red. Green, I think. Nurgle being way too friendly to me this. Oh no. I am sorry to hear that, dude. Hopefully, listen, hot chocolate and things like that is a way forward. That's always my excuse. Chicken soup? I genuinely don't know if chicken soup actually does anything good for you. Like in our house, it's always like, whiskey. Whiskey's the way forward. At least, well, that is true. That is true. I mean, you can get hot chocolate down your throat. And whiskey. You know? Butters, your nana used to say, always so hot toddy. That's basically what my mum says. No matter what the problem was. Yeah, that's basically what my mother's like. She's like, feeling ill? Would you like some whiskey? It's terrible. You can send me some. I could send you some. You're not drinking that whiskey? Pass it over. Yeah, like I'm not a massive whiskey drinker, but when I'm ill or when I'm feeling particularly miserable and cold, then I will happily be all over whiskey. But like a whiskey mac, I'm all over. Like, I don't know what the proportions are, but I do 50-50 of whiskey and ginger wine. It's very delicious. I don't know if that's the official ratio, but it's my ratio. And that's all that matters. Right, is this drying or not? What's going on? Ooh! Oh, God, that mini almost went. That mini almost went. And then that would have been the first time this mini had been knocked over. So these minis I have 3D printed, obviously. Except this one. And this one. So I've not 3D printed them. However, I have 3D printed the others. The Skelly is slightly fragile, unsurprisingly. I think they're all as a byproduct of their way of life, of being skeletons. They are rather fragile, and this bloke had his sword arm knocked off, so I had to re-glue it back on. There's a little bit of green paint I can smack on there as well, actually. So this is before I did the minis I'm selling will be mixed with some tenacious, which makes them a little bit more bendy, a little bit more resilient to falling over. These ones in particular are not particularly resilient to falling over on their faces or onto like breaking bits which break off easily. It's terrible. It's great resin, but it's not the most resilient. So I think mixing it with some obsidian, is it onyx? Whatever it's called, is going to drastically help that. So I'm just looking at this geezer and going, what does he need? What does this geezer need? He needs his eyes. That gun can do with some work, some edge highlighting and such things. It's already got some incubi darkness on the edges, but we're gonna we will do more. But his eyes need doing. It's going to be a nightmare because one of them, like, you can bear. There's the issue of a large shooter in the way, so we're gonna have to deal with that. And then I don't know if I'm going to attempt to freehand a white sort of like triangle thing on his arm, on his shoulder thing. Arrow, even not a triangle. I think that's going to be a disaster waiting to happen. As for this side, I'm not sure what's going on there. It's supposed to be like a red circle with 2 axes, but ideally, I think I really want to get some transfers for that because there's no way I'll be able to hand paint a circle. I'm going to struggle drawing straight lines, painting straight lines, let alone a circle with 2 axes in it. Almost dropped. I know. Right. So you did see the rhino I'm working on, by the way. Right here. This is going to get worked on tomorrow. I just need to get some. Yeah, that's some varnish. It's got a bit of a texture to it. I don't. Yeah, there's a bit of texture to that. Oh well, it's fine. It's just a test one. We will be getting back to, and then obviously we've got a matte varnish over the top of it once it's all weathered anyway. So it's gonna work in our favour. He says, desperately crossing his fingers. Let's get those off camera, shall we? Here we go. Okay, let's do the eye situation. So it's Tuesday. What's everyone up to this evening? What's everyone up to on a Tuesday evening? If anything. Yoink. We have a variety of colours. For the eyes, we have white, bilious green, the supreme green, moots green, which is meh, warpstone glow, Caliban green, which is also meh, but we'll have to deal with it. For the eyes, that's a lot of colours to smash into not a very large amount of space. And I've not actually painted Space Marine lenses in ages, so this now I've queued up all my excuses. I hope you're all happy about that. Now we can move swiftly on to the me making a pig's ear of it situation. Was that a missed phone call? No. Thank God for that. Okay, happy days. Right. So, skedaddle over there, foul beast. Alrighty. Now I now have... Ooh, I have this weird little brush that I can't remember ordering, but... We have... Oh, I suspect this is not going to be the brush for us. Oh, no. No, there's hope for it. There is potentially hope for it. We will see. I don't really see this working with all 5 colours. I mean, the white is the final dot at the end. Not really part of this eye painting situation. Now, going into next year, I'm going to remember to paint, not get my hair in the camera. No, going into next February, or this February even, we will be, for example, at this stage, we will potentially be dropping down into this mode, where I'm going to have to remember to record at the same time for doing YouTube shorts and stuff like that. But for the sake of today, I won't record, but I will. In fact, I should just focus on. I should just focus on one. Oh yes, Ragnar. So JD, there is painting going on. Yeah, there is. In fact, I am actually going to record and see what happens. Start recording. Please don't break the stream. Please don't break the stream. So we are indeed using Caliban green. JD, what's cracking, dude? Happy Tuesday. You're going to paint an ultramarine, you absolute legend. Welcome. It's an excellent decision you've made. I wholeheartedly agree with you. JD, what are you up to? You finished your IFV? Oh, very nice. So it's on the grams of... Oh, we do. Give me just a moment. I'm just recording this. It's more of a test to see if this works rather than anything else. But we are recording. Let's probably move that out of the way. I can't remember how to pay nice. Oh no. Which? No, I know. I remember how to paint eyes. I remember how to paint eyes. It's all right. I don't need. What we'll do is I'll paint this bit of green and stop recording. How about that? How about that for some sliced gold? And then we will have a look at the instrument and I'll get back to recording. Make sure this is in focus. Make sure my hair is out of the camera. Goal 1. Sooner we can get to recording in 4K, the better. I think that's the situation. Stop recording. Yes, I'm sure I want to stop recording. Right. Hello there. No. It's all right. You can talk. I just mute. I don't think I'm even recording my own voice. It's just like what's on screen, which is why when I'm recording, I don't have any alerts like on that scene or anything like that. It's just the camera, baby. Well, the thing is, I'm streaming in 1080. I'm also streaming to YouTube at 1080, and I'm also recording at 1080. However, what I want to do is record at 4K. Yes, I think. But I have to record 4K on... Where are you? The camera up there. I need a remote button. I need a gizmo. I don't know how to do it. One issue at a time. We got taxes to worry about first. Face cam's all you need. Lean Machine, it's very generous of you. But we all know that it's only good for a few people. You know? It's very generous. I appreciate it. But, yeah, it's like I need to show actual painting, unfortunately. Face cam, 180 doesn't do, yeah, exactly. It doesn't go into 4K. But also the other issue is with 1080, because I have to bite the bullet this year and do something I despise. Yes. That's vertical, like, what do they call it? Portrait view. Like, you know, if you get the screen and rotate it 90 degrees. I despise portrait view. And the problem is 1080p doesn't, like, I can't cut out. I mean, I can cut out this central rectangle right here and then move it over to like a vertical view. But then it just looks even worse. So that's why recording in 4K will give me the opportunity to do such a thing. For the tactics. Well, not just tactics, but basically, yeah. Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts. I have to do them this year. I've told myself. I've agreed with myself that I despise them. And I'm not doing it because I like it. I'm doing it because you like it. All right. Paint, not chat. How dare you? How very dare you? I'm not subscribing to Disney Plus. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You take that back. That's not even been tabled as an idea. They should make them a common format. It'd be nice. It'd make life easier. It's a weird thing. Like, I don't personally like the orientation of, like, I don't like looking at videos like that. Like vertically orientated, like portrait view, whatever you want to call it. That nonsense, I don't like it. Should be like a normal screen. Landscape, baby. I don't look at TikTok. I have a TikTok account, and I think I'm even following some people on it. But I can't remember the last time I posted to it. I can't remember the last time I opened it up. That's how much I don't even like looking at Instagram Reels. I very, very, very rarely look at shorts. Even shorts for that matter. Plus, I just prefer long form content, and Reels and TikTok is not that. Like, problem is I get very, in case you don't know, I get very distracted. And I basically, I like to find something to watch and then watch it for 20, 25 minutes, long format, an hour, whatever, 2 hours, whatever. And something constantly changing on the screen is too distracting for me. And I can't really put up with it. You're non-space wolf, thank you very much. I was thinking that earlier. I was like, he's definitely not a space wolf. But if he was a space wolf, I reckon he's looking pretty snazzy. I do have space wolves to paint, ladies and jelly spoons. I do have space wolves to paint. By the way, we can have a very quick look at... Oh, I'm so sorry. This is Mycelia. This is the next one that's coming up for the 3D printed thing. I don't know what kind of beast she's riding, but it's some kind of beast. This is the version 2 of her. She has a version 1 of her as well, in fact, obviously, with a... But this is version 2. I actually like the previous one as well. I'm not sure what format this is coming in, really. I suppose I could look here. Safe for work and non-safe for work versions, multi-parts, yada, yada, yada. Okay, that's all good stuff. So, I don't think there's a separate bust. But, there we go. That is potentially next month's giveaway. Should we get around to it. Yeah. Saucy, very saucy. Yeah, I like the version 1 of her. I reckon that's pretty snazzy as well. I'm really irritated about YouTube the Google AdSense not putting the money into my account for me to verify. I'm getting very irritated about that. Very irked. What was I even doing? Oh, I know. We gotta do another. Oh, lenses. Moot green. I don't know if green is going to be the right color. Oh, we're going to do it anyway, though. We are going to do it anyway, and I will, for the moment, just for the sake of seeing how this works. All right, we're just going to have to... I do apologize, ladies and jelly spoons. I thank you for your patience and understanding. Yes. We'll see how this goes. Oh! I can tell you how it... Instantaneously. I'm glad that paint didn't go everywhere. But it did go... Oh, my God. Well, I'm glad I recorded that. That's great. Well done, me. I feel so much better having hosed myself down with paint. Keep that... Oh, I'm going to keep it in. Don't worry. If I do a video from it, then I will absolutely keep that in. Like... This is how bad moot green is. It's not a good color. It's not your friend. Just have to remember that, ladies and jelly spoons. Moot green is not your friend. It is not there to help you. It's there to be an enemy. Now you wish... Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. Moot green, worse green. She did say that, but she was incorrect. It's okay, though. Yeah, I do. Only I do. I mean, I wash my hands afterwards, but it's not going to do any irreversible damage or anything like that to you. Just don't... Yeah, just wash your hands afterwards. Is what I say to that. At least that's what I've always done, and I've turned out absolutely fine. It's sticking... That you will leave fingerprints in it, though. Yeah, you will. But if, you know... Be a gentle... You can just be gentle and just sort of, you know, massage it. Can't believe stupid paint pot. I knew it was leaking as well. I knew it was leaking, and I insisted on... Idiot. Silly GW pots. Hey, they're good pots. I mean, it's a strange thing. I remember evacuating all my pots and dunking them in here. I not really bothered carrying on doing that, truth be told. It's just too much effort. Too much effort, my friends. And that's saying something. Oh, God. Ah! All right. Okay, the lid can go back on, and we can pretend like this never happened. Whee! Okay, we are still recording. Happy days. Bilious green. The Supreme Green. Oh, that reminds me. I saw a link from War Colors saying something about their Nostalgia 94 range. So we need to have a butcher's at that. I would switch all GW pots to droppers, but I feel like you end up losing a lot of paint. Well, I think you... Well, obviously from the sides, yeah. But what you could do is you could potentially add a little drizzle of thinners in there and give it a good old jiggle, and then pour that into the new GW pot, the dropper bottle, and you won't lose as much. You'll get a bit more back. You get a tiny bit more back. Space Wolf soon to be a salamander. Lean Machine. Listen. It's not a Space Wolf. All right? It's not a Space Wolf. He's a very naughty boy. That's going to make a terrible video. Oh, well. At least it's a video. Well, I don't know. We might paint a salamander at some point. I don't know when. I don't know how. But someday. We might. Did I show off this paint so I can cut that in? And go, ooh, yes, Caliban green. It's an excellent colour to start with. Mesdames et messieurs. All right, let's just smash this in there. All right, ready, steady. Hey, we did it. And the camera didn't pick it up. Majestic. Oh, well. Woo. Stop recording. Yes. And then I can give you my face back. Hello. Right. So that's one eye painted. Maybe he's only got one eye working. Maybe only his left eye is working. His right eye's buggered. Could be. Could be, ladies and jelly spoons. It could be. Could be a sad situation, in which case, well, we're going to have to... This is going to be a pain because this stupid gun is in the way. I'll get as much as I can done. I don't think we're going to succeed in getting all of the colours in there. I'm going to drink some coffee in a minute just so that can dry because I smashed in quite a lot. We got some edge highlighting on this gun to do. I don't know if we do any more edge highlighting on the actual Space Marine. Like, we don't really have any edge highlighting on him, truth be told. There could be a little bit of room for it. A little bit of wiggle room. Squinting. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what colour base could do. An icy base, snowy base. There's my YouTube channel. If you're not already on YouTube, hello there. First of all, hello. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. If you're here on Twitch, though, don't forget to use your channel points on the community goal. I don't know how far we're into the goal, but we won't be truly into it without your help. So, oh yes, of course. Give me one moment. No, Lean Machine. I am aware of that. Unfortunately, it is an issue. It is an issue. Like it would kind of reinforce the. It would be harder to refute. I mean, I could still refute it that it's a Space Wolf. I could absolutely refute it and say, look, this is not a Space Wolf. All right? How dare you? I've not painted Space Wolf since 2001. When I stopped painting Space Wolves and upgraded to Ultramarines. Like a true legend. I put down childish things and picked up. Anyway, you know the rest of that thing. Oh. Well, hello there. Maelstrom Design Works. I'm going to have... Have I looked at them already? I like it. I like it. I like the jugs, obviously. Alice packs and assault packs. I like it a lot, dude. It's very cool. You showed some whips. Yeah. You've done a cracking job on this. I dig it. I dig it a lot. I mean, like with the Primaris thing, everything's floaty. I think almost, yeah. All their vehicles are floaty, except for the Outriders, which are on wheels. But I know floaty's futuristic. I don't know. I prefer tracked things. They look cooler. Tank tracks look cooler. We all love jugs. Well, I don't want to speak for everyone, but I know I do. It does have an option for that, but they hurt my brain. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I mean, as I was saying, like I think tracks just look cooler. I know I'm going to have to paint, like, I know the Gladiator, I've got the Gladiator I've got currently is floaty, so I either have to bite the bullet on that one or just, you know, have to do something else with it. That's lovely, dude. I love it. I dig it. And with all the stowage and stuff, like all the handbags, all the handbags knocking around. I like. And that was all scratch built. Was it? Was some chunk of this posterior part of this turret scratch built, or am I getting confused with something else? I'm gonna drink some coffee. It's delicious. It's delicious. Much like this paint job. That was the last one you did. Oh, okay. I do apologize. Well, I was going to say you've done a cracking job on the turret extension. However, I mean that's a whole thing in itself. Scale is saucy. I don't know what scale it is. JD, do you care to enlighten the class? Oh, it's the size of a gladiator, so it's yay big. I don't know how big a gladiator is. I've not made mine yet. I've got so many vehicles to make. Oh, I need more coffee. Oh, I need a coffee maker. Oh, I need a coffee maker. Oh, ladies and jelly spoons, this is terrible. All right. Let's see if we can finagle this into position. Okay. That's functional. It's functionally green. I've got to wait for that to dry. You saw those pics? Hell yes. What's the next project? I mean, that is very cool. Not remotely tempted. But if I did them, I would paint them like not space wolves. Funnily enough, I did think originally like they could be executionary space wolves or vice versa. Because they both like, you know, killing things with axes in my brain. And they're both vaguely the same color. So I was thinking we could merge them together. Space wolves and executioners. They might have executioner iconography on them, but they might be a bit space wolfy, but without the furry bits. Next project is send every piece of Forge World I have to badge and wash my How much Forge World do you have? That is my question. Because this boy, I tell you what, listen, obviously, this is my opportunity to go check out my throne. Unfortunately, I can't remember how to get that thing to work for YouTube as well. So I'll just slap it into YouTube anyway, manually, like that. So that is the Mastodon is a YouTube project, but we also have the Reaver Titan. The problem is, the genuine problem is, not even joking, is it's in storage. And there are so many boxes in the house, I can't find it. I know it exists because I found the melter gun for it and the turbo laser. So I know, like, I found part of it. I got to find like the main bit of it. We have enough that is a sad realization that I finally figured out Forge World is resin or failcast. Oh dear. Yeah, well, JD, if it's any consolation, I remember when I first found out about Forge World was probably, I think, around about the apocalypse time when I purchased that big company box set, 2007 or 8. I think I found out about Forge World round about then. No, that's Porcupine. I'd actually found out about Forge World when I was in America because I remember ordering something, and that was Failcast. I wasn't aware that recasting was a thing. I didn't know about it, and this I think I still have it. So some of the Mulaki, I don't know, whatever those things are. I have a couple of them, but they are awful resin recasts. Like, I think I could probably make them work. They need work. But I was, anyway, long and short of it was, I wasn't aware that recasting was a thing. And I think I purchased a couple of things which were recasts back then. In the early days of, early 2000s at least. And even now, actually, I think the best version of Sicarius, I think he's actually a recast. I'm pretty sure of it. 99% sure of it, actually. Problem is, he's a bad boy. He is an absolute mad lad. But look how shiny this metal is. There's no way this is old. This is 2004 vintage. As far as I'm concerned, he's the supreme version of Sicarius. But like, he needs cleanup. Like, his claws are all kind of stuck together. However, I reckon he's viable. And I reckon we can kind of at least get a nice paint job of him done. I like him in this format. Before he got his like tarting up with his Tempest Blade and his, I don't like that version of him. This is where it's at. Dual Lightning Claws or GTFO. I haven't misplaced it. No. I've not misplaced the Titan. Let's just clarify. Let's just clarify this right now. I misplaced the box the Titan is in. It's somewhere in the garage down below, amongst all the other boxes. That is the issue. I've not lost it. I know it still exists because I found half of it. It's just the other half. All the boxes they all look like boxes. It's crazy. And cunningly, I didn't write on them. I didn't think that far ahead, like an idiot. The Soviets lost a ballistic sub. That's true. I'd rather not imagine. Listen, you could it would be a good thing. I would use my power for good, not evil. As I rub my hands, we can, just because we have nuclear power doesn't mean we're baddies. Hashtag not all, etc., etc. So we did get the little white dot on, which I am happy about. That's what everyone who wants power says. No, they don't. They're not all the same. We're not all the same. I'll use my power for good. All right? Promise. The good of myself. I'm sure Kim Jong-un agrees with you. Even dictators, like, occasionally there will occasionally. I wonder how many points, I wonder what like the sort of matrix would look like of dictator versus what's the word? Democratically elected geezer, right? Person. Like the amount of times they'll agree on something. I'm sure there'll be some agreeing points. Like, I don't know. I can't actually think of anything off the top of my head. I'm sure there'll be something. Venn diagram. Yeah, Venn diagram. Yeah. Well, I was thinking like a sort of weird matrix, but yeah, a Venn diagram would be probably work as well. I'm sure there'll be a few things on that, which would. So I'm just trying to finish my coffee. There'll be a little bit of crossover somewhere. People need food. Nah, not really. Not so much. Probably don't agree on that one. We need people. Yes. There we go. That's probably a good starting point. And that's about it. Oh, Betty. Woo! It's going to neck this bit. There we go. Make sure the power's off to that bad boy. All right. Okay, ladies and jelly spoons. Let's get into it. Right. By the way, I've discovered that on Thursday, apparently, is it Thursday? The new graphics cards are coming out, Ragnar. The new graphics cards are coming out. World peace. People are the cause of humanity's problems. People are the cause of all problems, yes. Because it's people who have the problems, and without people, no problems. That is exactly. Yeah? Exactly. You ain't saying nothing. It's all right. It's all right. Right. Let's get this other eye kind of crammed in there if possible. I'm going to make that noise into the microphone first of all, for your listening pleasure. Which idiot built this miniature with the gun attached? Which absolute muppet built this miniature with the gun attached? Because this guy is really struggling to paint the eye. Look away, dude. Current world madness. Chip prices might just skyrocket. Then I'll be sitting on a gold mine or a silicon mine. Ah, dear. Okay, so we're going to do the little highlighty little bit. We're going to risk this. Then we're going to risk the white dot of doom. I do apologize. You can't really see what I'm doing. If it's any consolation, and I know it's not going to be, I can also barely see what I'm doing. Okay, there's a bit of a... It looks a bit wonky. Maybe I do need to do an edge highlight right below the eye. That eye in particular. Because that's looking a bit kind of garbage. So we'll do the white dots. We will attempt to do the white dot of doom. Okay. We're going to do this. It's going to be quick like a cat. Why? the wet palette's miles away from being able to be viewed. I've been doing stuff and no one's been able to see. It's been terrible. Everyone has missed out. That white dot was bigger. That white dot was a lot bigger. Was it even in the right place? I don't think it was. There's a bit more of a glint. Probably a bit too much of a glint, truth be told. Oh well. So we might tart up a little bit of the edges, some of the edges with some sort of with a bit of an edge highlight, just on like the top half of the miniature. We might do some edge highlights just to sort of bring out a few things here and there, potentially. But first of all, we need to do this thing right here. This wet palette is drying out. Ooh. So let's give it a bit of a... bit more water. Okay, that is more water into the wet palette. So I don't know what Space Marine we're going to paint on Friday, but we will be painting a Space Marine. This is a Space Marine. We'll be painting another one. I just don't know which one. Because it's been a bit scrappy up until now. And then going into February, I'm going to have to really get my thinking hat on. Which is a concern, because I keep losing the thinking hat and just painting other stuff instead. I know I have a Dreadnought to paint. I've also got to build that Dreadnought tomorrow. This Dreadnought right here. Titan. It's next to the Titan. It's not next to the Titan. It's not next to the Titan. That's something I do know. I would be surprised if it was next to the Titan, that's for sure. So I've got a head for this guy. I've just been umming and ahhing a little bit about his like weaponry. I think we're going to give him Volkite Culverin. This, my friend, is a Contemptor Dreadnought. But not like any other Contemptor Dreadnought. No, 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 no. This is not going together. For the World Eaters, right? So I printed out a bunch of bits and pieces to further help. He's got a world on his belly. On his torso. That's a world, right? Ooh. And then he's got his leg bit, his crotch bit here, where his legs flop out of. It's a Contemptor's cousin, yeah. Get in there. I need to glue it. I really need to figure out the basing, truth be told. But it's a spider. It's got 4 legs. Like so. It's got 4 of these bad boys. I just need to figure out exactly what I want it standing on. Where's his head gone? I don't want to have to print out another head. When I had my seizure, I might have knocked it on the floor and made it go AWOL. That would be a sad situation. But we got a missile system for its bonds. So we've got a missile system for its head. It's got spider legs, which I just really need to glue together. The only thing holding me back really is like figuring out the base, so what I want it standing on. What sort of vanquished, like I've got, for example, I could saw this thing up. I've got a bit of a of a rhino here, or I could print. So I sort of marked out rough, like maybe a corner. That might be a nightmare to cut out. Or I could print out a. I suppose I could print out a Terminator or another Dreadnought, I suppose. But I've also got a couple of other weapon options for it. Big lasgun. I am tempted by this, obviously, because lasguns are always important in Heresy. That is an old star rhino. Indeed. Indeed it is. It's very succulent. I'm sure I had a... Am I hallucinating? I'm sure I had another weapon for it. A plasma? I did. There is the plasma. So I have plasma as a weapon, as an option as well. But I think we're going to go with Volkite. Now, for the hands... Hold on, wrong arm. So that's Power Fist, obviously. Then we've got... This is the one I'm going to go with because it's got the flamer built in already. Boom, 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 boom. But I'm going to do another contemptor for them. So I will slap this onto an arm bit, a hand bit, I think. It's got little things on so you know it's a World Eater, right? So I'll slap this together. But the other hand I would like to do on a future Dreadnought is this bad boy. He's got chainsaws. He's got chainsaws for fingers. The music is very faint. It's okay. Thank you. Better? So I will do a future World Eaters Dreadnought, a Contemptor with chainsaw fingers. But for the moment, for this one, it's going to have a chainsaw thumb and power fist. That is the main plan. And I think we've got some shoulder pads. One with rivets. We've got these things, one of which has a Legion number on it, if I can find it. So there. So I'll have to try and incorporate that as well. Yeah, I printed out a bunch of sort of World Eatery bits. I just can't find his bonce. That is the issue. His head is a bit... Could be better. It could be better, I suppose. But it's functional. And it'll do the job. It's just AWOL at the moment. Having a seizure, I kind of knocked the table, I think. I knocked over a few paint pots. And I can't find the Dreadnought's head, so... I might just have to go with an actual Contemptor Dreadnought head. Which is not what I want to do. Whose head is that? Oh, that's your Sister of Battle. Whose head else? We got Bobby G's head here. Hello. That's another Sister of Battle. That's some... I've forgotten this geezer's name, Jeff. I'm sure I printed out Lorgar's head. There he is. Hello. Yes, I'm very wise. I've read lots of books. Probably, some might say, too many books with forbidden knowledge. So, anyway, that is... I need to get a wiggle on and basically make this tomorrow. I need to take photos because I want to do a blog post. As I said, I do want to get back to sort of like doing blog posts. I did find it enjoyable when I had the time to sort of write some nonsense. I knew it was nonsense, but it was my nonsense. And that's all that mattered. So yeah. Hey Zany, what's cracking? Hello there. Happy Tuesday to you. It is Tuesday, isn't it? We are painting, I promise. I was just looking at some 3D printed stuff. And trying to get that where it should be. I suppose I could move the camera instead, but that would be too much effort. So, I don't know what I'm doing now. I'm pondering doing if I do some. Oh, we got to edge highlight this gun. The gun. You finishing your Krieg kill team? Hell yes. I've still got my in a box somewhere. They've passed into obscurity for me at the moment, unfortunately. I did see that box set is still up for sale though. Still tempting. Still slightly tempting. Hi Farm, hello there. Not as much contrast as the paint in the paints as I should have done. Well, if you like how finished are they? I mean, can you go back and boost the contrast a little bit? Like painting in more shadows potentially, or boosting the highlights. I know that's going back and repainting a good chunk of 10 miniatures, but I mean it's an option, right? Sort of. Okay, so I think we've already done Incubi Darkness highlights. We're going to do Dark Reaper edge highlights. You kind of messed them up with a double wash coat. They're sealed in. Well, the thing is, Zane, you can always paint over clear coat. I believe. For example, this is currently covered in varnish. And it's actually quite speckly. This is not great coverage, but we're gonna weather it, so it's not even a problem. But I am going to be painting over this tomorrow, hopefully, because it's got a weird texture to it. Hello, Ragnar. Hi, Farm. What are you up to today? You behaving yourself? But Zany, I mean, worst case scenario, you can. I mean, are you happy with them? Rather than disappointed in them. Because I always attempt I always attempt to look at them like a sort of a learning thing, you know, like a learning lesson. Like if I can try and learn something new every time I paint a unit or every time I paint an army, it's not always viable to learn something new on every single paint job. Then I'm generally happy. Generally. Sometimes I'm just very grumpy. Going to sand it lightly. Oh, me, I'm not going to. No. I'm not sanding that. That's just going to get... I got to do the panel lining. I'm gonna panel line over it. Problem solved. Then weather over that. And then varnish. I got to varnish over that later as well. It's for an army I'm 3D printing. I'm not massively concerned about it. It's more of a I don't know. It's just the kind of project. Got home from a friend, gave some dinner. What's for chicken bacon sandwich? Oh, Betty. Oh! Oh! If there's any way that you can make room for an extra sandwich with my name on it, that would be a magnificent thing. I would be all over that. It's like a great combination. All right, I think I'll just leave them though. Oh yeah, no, totally. They're your first minis. I'd say you did pretty good. Well, you should. I wish I could show you my first minis. I know I've babbled on about them a few times. I've still got some of my very first minis that I painted. Admittedly, I can't find them. They're probably hanging out with my Titan, which I can't find. But yeah. Some of my first minis were absolutely terrible. I've still got them. I don't think I'll strip them, but I've like my first army, my first Space Wolf army. In fact, I think I saw one the other day. Where is he? Yeah, here he is. So I did start collecting Space Wolves back in the good old days, 94. Here is one of my very first Space Wolves. I don't know where his backpack's gone. I think I painted him 95, maybe. I don't know. I'm not really sure. But I'm very tempted to strip them all and repaint them. Like there is a temptation. Now, obviously, this guy is not a Space Wolf here. Okay, Ragnar. This is not a Space Wolf. This is a Space Wolf. No. So my very... I wish I could find it. My very first mini was with literally Space Wolf Grey or Blue, whatever it's called, splattered straight on the over the lead, no primer. Roughly painted furry bits with some snakebite leather, I believe. A splat of yellow, and I think I splattered in the eyes as well. It's terrible. I'm never going to strip that because I do like to genuinely show it off to people and be like, look, this is my very first mini, okay? And I know I'm not amazing, but you know, here we are today. Like progression happens, and it is good to keep your first ones. But this is my first army, Ragnar. There is a temptation. Still needs the emblem. Woof. They're in the minis channel in Discord. There we go. There we go. Oh, there we go. That's a cracking job. I mean, honestly, there is such a wealth of information out there these days with the painting. I mean, I think that's probably almost too much. Obviously, my channel should be watched by absolutely everyone before even looking elsewhere. That goes without saying. However, I think you've done a good job. I like him. Well, I mean, I like that style in general. Just to clarify, I like the sort of grungier looking, kind of darker look to them. I know a lot of people like sort of high contrast and stuff like that. Which I do like that as well, but I mean, I do appreciate this, what you've got here as well. I would not be too, yeah. Krieg should be dirty and brown. Yeah. I mean, there are loads. I mean, you can paint them however you want, really. They're your minis at the end of the day, aren't they? Then you immediately dropped $90 on the Combat Patrol of Cadian Proxy. Well, as you should do. I mean, that is how you do mini painting. Yes. And then you know, there are sort of various levels. Then you just buy miniatures and put them straight into storage without even painting them. at one point. What's up, Mars? How you doing? What's cracking, dude? Happy Tuesday. So how are you planning on? Have you got any idea how you're going to do your Cadians, proxies, combat patrol? How's the river level? I've not looked. It's pretty miserable here though. I like the miserable weather because it means I don't feel bad about not going outside. It works for me. It's all right. Oh, hello. I've primed the Sentinel and Ordnance Squad. Not sure what theme I'm going to go with quite yet. Steady. Wait, hold on. I don't know if this music's good enough for copyright-free stuff. Skedaddle Foul Beast. This is royalty-free. Dystopian Synthwave. Let's give it a go. Please be not terrible. Yeah, it's good enough for background. Right, skedaddle. You're leaning towards the box art. So I believe that... I think that's Cadians, is it not? I believe that's Cadians. Could be mistaken. I have been mistaken a few times before. Not many times, obviously. I'm usually so right all the time. Gabba, what's up, you saucy rascal? Hello, how you doing? Someone did buy the Krieg box. Well, Muzz, everyone has their, they can spend their money how they want. However, it's not as bad. I personally would raise my eyebrow at someone buying the what's the new Goblin box coming up? That one, the 9 miniatures. That army box. Goblins on wolves with its six goblins on wolves. Oh god, my neck. 2 chariots, I think, pulled by wolves, and a leader on a wolf. I think it is. I think it's a wolf. I'm not entirely sure, but I really kind of raising one eyebrow's all the way up here, basically. With that one, you switched. Oh, okay. So hopefully, people like the music. I can always bump the music up a little bit more. You love Krieg and Cady in general, but I drew well, no. The thing is, everyone has their line in the sand with miniatures. I do like the Krieg a lot. The Krieg box set is out again. I've not purchasing it only because I've got lots of stuff to paint already. And I've got other things I need to purchase as well. I've got other minis I need to purchase. That's the problem. You hear it here. Do you not hear it on YouTube? Zany. Ooh. If you don't hear it on YouTube, that's the thing I need to... That's another problem I need to figure out. Thank you very much. You like the Krieg steeds? We prefer the infantry? Yeah. I remember back when I was talking about 2007 or whenever it was, when I I was eyeing up the Forge World magazine at the time. I was eyeing up a few specific things. The Gorgon heavy troop transport, which in fact I did buy in the end. And the other thing, the thing I regret not buying it, well, I don't regret not buying it, but it was a lot of money back then, so that's why I didn't buy it. It was the, what was that base? I've completely forgotten the name of it. That space base with a sort of alien dissection table in it. It's not on YouTube. Was it Epsilon base? Yeah. Was it Epsilon? Anyway, whatever that base was called, I do kick myself because that would have been the sweetest bit of scenery. It would have been so good. All right, Zany. Thank you very much for pointing out that that music is not on audio on YouTube. I'll have to ponder why that's happening. I genuinely can't. Nothing's springing to mind there. But thank you. I was thinking to myself, I was like, not so bothered. I thought the artillery. I like the artillery, and I think I'll be getting a cannon or two, like an artillery thing or two. But like I was not in a massive rush, strangely, to get that box set. I've got, as I said, I've got too many other minis to be worrying about, really, at this point. Right. Okay. Anywho. Yeah, no, that latest Goblin box. Oof. There's no way I can. I like goblins a little bit. Well, I like them enough to buy a bunch of them for the old world, but for that Age of Sigmar box set. Oh, Betty. Anphelion, that was it. Yeah, because I know. Snakeworks Studios. He's doing an Anphelion project at the moment. Not, I don't think, specifically with the scenery. Although I know there is a 3D file out there where I could hypothetically print the scenery. My pile of shame is not that big. I rebranded it. I as you may or may not know, I rebranded it from Pile of Shame to future content. That's how I look at it. That's the only way I can look at it these days. It's future content, baby. Hold on, there's a little bit of I could, but I'm also disgustingly constrained and refuse to do FOMO. You can wait. Well, that is the real. You know, I think that is. If you can defeat FOMO, then you're winning. I'm doing better at it these days than I used to. That's for sure. There are some things that I will absolutely cave for. But that is it's becoming less and less these days. Thankfully. Alrighty. There's another F. Well, what the hell is it? 34. Your partner did buy you some Gene Stealer hybrids? Oh, okay. Hell yes. That's very generous of her. So another box on the pile? Uh-oh. Was that just so she could have some peace and quiet, or? Okay. Oop, that was a bit of a chunky edge highlight. Oops. My bad. Peace and quiet? I think you might be right. Could be. I mean, Hey, everyone's a winner. Everyone's a winner as far as I'm concerned. You know? It's no bad thing. I should be doing 500 points of Eldar. Gabba. Until I can get the EC Combat Patrol when it finally comes out. So how are you going to do it? Swooping Hawks? How are you going to do your 500 points exactly? Like, if I could do Spider Lady, Spider Lady and the Spider Boys, and who else do I like? I don't know how many points they are. That's the problem. And Hawks, of course, Spider Dudes and Lady, and then I'll see what points Elf. No, it's now, we're now changing the word left to Elf. I assume There's no point even going to new recruiters there. I'm going to go to new recruit anyway. But I do wonder, like, if there's any way... Eldari, Craft Worlds. Add force. It's not going... The spider... What's her name? What's old Doobie Firkin's name? I've forgotten her name. Eldari pre-orders. What's the features? Warp spiders are out of stock. Son of a beast thing. Lickhiss. Lord Lickhiss. Phoenix Lord Lickhiss. What's up, first? How you doing, you saucy rascal? What's up, Zany? Welcome back. So Lickhiss isn't in there, but if we just go off, say it's 120 points, just for the sake of it, just for the sake of my own brain. Now, I have an avatar of Cain. So there we go. Bang. Problem solved. Almost at 500 points. I haven't painted it, obviously. That would be ridiculous. Begins with L, yeah. I think I found the guys I'm going to commission to resin print your... Well, hello there. Do you have the files already? Which ones? Like I have a company in mind, like which does some pretty saucy stand-ins. They're only charging like $2 per infantryman. I'm trying to think because like I'm obviously I do 3D printing myself. I need to figure out how I'm going to do custom orders, if I'm even able to. Like how to price it. It's a bit of a nightmare. Anyway. Warp spiders, 125 points because they're legends. They alone are legends. Epic heroes. Well, that's a good thing. $2 an infantryman. That sounds pretty good, I think. I don't know. On the first, what are you up to? What are you... I think I'll go Warp Spider... Fire Dragons. Actually, no, Dire Avengers. Or Dark Reapers. I would go Striking Scorpions, but the problem is they don't have a geezer at the moment. A main man. Thinking about dinner. What's on the agenda for dinner? What are you thinking about? I have the files from a service that rhymes with warrant. Oh. I know what you mean. I've not used one of those in a long time, actually. It's been a hot minute. I used to be all about it. So I'm just thinking, if I was going to do 500 points of Saucy Lads, I would do Warp Spiders. And I'd be tempted to do Striking Scorpions, but the problem is... I want a new Phoenix Lord geezer thing. So who would I go with? Let's get rid of the Avatar of Cain. And then we could go Dark Reapers potentially. Dark Reapers, because I've got Lord Dewberry Firkins. I got Lord Dewberry Firkins. What's his name? The geezer. I also have Jane Czar as well. Howling Banshees. Could do a Howling Banshee. bit of sauciness. If I can find them. There they are. All right. How many points are we on? 370. The geezer. Yeah. It's the Cockney version, Gabba. It's... Not sure yet, Honoured First. Have you got what sort of chickeny goodness have you got? Have you got chickeny goodness to wrap in bacon, stuff with garlic, and various other things as well? Do I have Howling Banshees? I'm pretty sure I do have Howling Banshees, and I got Jane. I reckon we would do Jane's art and then like the other two geezers, and just like 15 of them and 3 epic heroes and a partridge in a pear tree. I do need to get my Avatar of Cain out though. That sounds saucy, but it's not supposed to be. A bunch of folders that G-Dubs doesn't want you to have? Blimey. Blimey. I'm not going to say anything about that. I do know that there is, just in case, I don't know if you might not be aware, you might be fully aware, but just in case you aren't aware, I will make you aware. There is something on my mini factory called, I think, once it loads up, I'll be able to show you. They do quite a nice version, let's say, of Krieg called the Grimguard. It's going to wait for it to load up. It's taking forever. Their website is very slow. Sometime today, maybe, it will appear. Sometime. Why is it taking so long? Come on. You got a 1.6 kilogram pack of chicken? Bloody hell. That is a big chicken. In my mind, that is just a massive chicken now. I see it's a pack of chicken and it's probably chopped up from many chickens. But that is a big chicken. Why is this taking so long to load up? This is absolutely terrible. I just want to show off and advertise something for a company for free. And it's taking forever to load up. Why? Anyway, so it's called Station on, if you go to myminifactory.com. Reno, I've done so much painting today, it's ridiculous. 5 minutes into stream, I was pow painting. The problem is, at the moment, I'm just trying to help out, just trying to show someone some minis that they might be appealing to them. So I put the mini down but we are painting. We are definitely painting. Yeah. Pew. Painted eyes. I put some. He needs a bit more work. Actually, I need to paint some purple. How many hours into 2.5 hours? It's okay. We have time. Now, let me show you this. Reno, what's cracking, dude? I hope you're well. Happy Tuesday. Right. Let me show you. Screen share. So the Grimguard. These are kind of Deathcore-esque. Counter-terrorist, they've got a big artillery vehicle. Convenient, I didn't see it. Shame there isn't a convenient place to watch what I missed. YouTube! Reno, YouTube! Yes! I promise I have done some painting today. I've also managed to paint my hand green by not realizing a pot of paint was open when I was jiggling it around. It's terrible of me. They've got scarecrows. They got skull dart trappers. I'm not sure what they are. We've got tanks. I only have one of these minis, I think, in. They got Frostwatch officers, Scorched officers. They got tanks. They've actually got a lot more than I realised. It's been a while since I've looked at them. They got a great big transport tank of doom. They got trench terrain. Oh, I might have to get that actually. I will just click on this one. Here we go. Oh, there's a big old tank there. So these are slightly different from what I remember, but they do have a variety of bonces, and they are kind of Krieg-esque, if you will. That is a nice trench. I love a good trench. So if you're looking for deathcore like stand-ins or something like that, they got pony cavalry, if you like some ponies. With lancers and stuff like that. I don't know if they're actual pony size. I have one of these vehicles. Where is it? That I need to print out. It's basically an artillery truck. It's basically a lorry with a bunch of rockets attached to the back. They got some comrades. They got a Duchess. They got a Grimguard Plague Doctor. Oh no, that's true. That's true. I was just pointing it out, Zany. I know. Like if some people might not be aware of these. I also wanted to have a look myself. Oh, hello. Hold on. I don't know if the alert's working there. There it is. There is a bit of an alert. Chris, thank you very much for the raid. How are you doing today? What's cracking? Hello, folks. Am I on the right scene? No, I'm not. Amazing. That's majestic. Let's go away from my face. I'll hide my face, so we don't have to be too scared. Hello. Is this shout out going to work? Let's see if it works today. Is it going to work? Anyway, folks, hello. I am doing mini painting today, I promise. I was just looking at some 3D printed stuff. But we do have a variety of things on the table today. A Space Marine of indeterminate origins. An Orc as well. I'm bad at this, but you know we can overlook that. And a bunch of 3D printed skeletons and things, which I'm slowly working on as well. And a ghost. Pro streamer, listen, we know the truth. But hello, folks. So my name is Jolyon Glorious Badger, Glorious Miniatures. I do paint miniatures. I also talk a lot on Twitch. I'm dual streaming to YouTube, so if you are on YouTube, hello there. How you doing? What's cracking? Alice, what's cracking? How are you doing today? Why did it not do the shout outs? Because I did it in... I just have to go and type it in the other chat rather than the chat that I normally type in. I have to remember that. Folks, there should be a follow button. A little, potentially a full heart, or potentially, if you're unlucky, an empty heart at the top of chat right now, if you're on Twitch. You can remedy that situation by tickling that button. Make sure that you do follow Chris. He is a fantastic painter. He actually does painting. I do painting as well, but he does better painting. So please do that. We all know follows are free and good stuff like that, folks. So, you know, all that good stuff. There we go. What was on the agenda today? I'm still, mulling over. What was I doing? Oh, really badly edge highlighting this gun. That's what I was doing. I was getting sidetracked talking about 500 points of Eldar and then Death Core of Krieg and then 3D printed bits and pieces. You paid more than... Do I? Do I really? I don't... I know you've been in my stream before. I do a lot of talking. I have a lot of words in my face that need to get out. That is apparently it's possible, Ragnar. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna run with that. I'm gonna run with it. It's now a selling point. Chris is easily distracted. Yeah, I also am easily distracted. I wish I wasn't. Seriously. It would make life a lot easier. In general. So, however, we just have to live with it. It is a curse. Sort of. I'm just going to ignore that and pretend I didn't do it. I painted green on myself by accident. The lid came off the pot of paint. It was a disaster. Alice, how are you doing today? What is your day looking like? I hope it is going well. This is mostly water. What on earth is going on with this? So is disparaging words. That's what that is. Bad mouthing. Listen, I do not get distracted. So yeah, we're doing that. I'm also off camera, by the way. Also, got some world eaters on the go. Just doing a little vehicle there. Done a character. I've got a squad of 10 geezers done, and doing a little. I don't know how many points it's going to be. I got some geezers. I got a rhino. Got a land raider. Cataphracti geezer. And I got some jump pack geezers that I need to finish gluing together. And then I can varnish. Then I can prime them and start painting them. I'm not entirely sure how many points it is, but it is an amount of points. And they will go side by side next to my Death Guard, who also go side by side by my future Sons of Horus. The verbal diarrhea. Yeah, well, the verbal diarrhea is a legitimate affliction. For some of us, all right? It can't be helped. It can't be helped. Broccoli hair. Wait, what? Hold on. Hold on. I'm completely lost on the broccoli hair. My brain's trying to rapidly assimilate. Okay. Is this going to finally work? I don't quite understand what's going on here. It's almost like there's too much water in the brush. Anyway, for any raiders do have any channel points, by the way, don't forget to use them on the community goal. If we hit that goal by the end of the month, which is rapidly approaching, then I will have to gift 5 subs to the community. I don't know if I can do that as a tax write-off, but I'm going to be calling up the tax people tomorrow and finding out. I do have to speak to the tax people seriously tomorrow. They'll be like, yo, what's up? Oh, that went really bad. Oh well. We will finagle it into, we will fix it somehow. Oh, hello. Hey, I can hear that alert. Thank you very much. Thank you so much very much. Thank you very much for the follow. Hello there. I heard the alert. That's a bonus for today. Strangely, like the alerts, I don't dual streaming to YouTube, as I said. Weird that some stuff does not seem to be working over there, and some does. It's very strange. Very strange. I don't know what film I'm going to watch tonight, though. That's for sure. Whiskey Pirate. What the devil's going on? Hello there. Is there any particular brand of whiskey? I'm not like a massive whiskey drinker. I do like Whiskey Mac, but there's a couple of whiskeys I like, and I can't remember the name of them. I can actually no, I can remember one, but I can't remember the particular blend, and I can't remember the other brand that I like. It's very nice though. It's a very nice one. That's all I got. I bought them for my dad for a couple of birthdays on the go. And then thought, oh, you know what? I might buy these for myself sometime. Not actually bought them yet, but hypothetically, when the time comes for me to buy some whiskey, I will be buying that whiskey. Okay, this is looking very scrappy. Okay, so you can go there, Sunshine. I need to slap a bit more brown base stuff on my printed skellies and undead things. It's right here. I need to sneeze, I think. Not entirely sure if I need to sneeze. I sense a sneeze in the environment waiting to happen. But I don't know if it's actually going to sort of form. So we're going to get a bit more brown base on these things just very quickly. Just while I remember. Nothing to stress about. We've got to paint the stone on that skeleton, on that ghost's base as well. We've got to finish painting that. I got to order the basing goop for these. I used to have it, and it's all gone AWOL. I have no idea where it's gone. Suffice to say, it is somewhere, but it's probably right by the Titan, just waiting. Going, ah! You should have checked this one box. It's got everything that you've been wanting in it. It's got the Titan. It's got the basing materials you were wanting. It's got that'll be good enough for Disney. Can't type the name of my favorite whiskey without triggering a mod. Oh, really? It's a Japanese. Oh, okay. I'm just wondering. Oh, hey, I like that one. I like that one. Thank you very much for the follow. Hello there. Happy Tuesday to you as well. What's cracking? I actually smeared some contrast. No way, Ragnar. No way. I've only I've not tried. I don't believe I've tried any Japanese whiskey that I'm aware of. That I'm aware of, at least. I could have accidentally done it, I suppose. I don't believe so. The whiskey I like is there's one called Arbor. Hold on. 4 days left. 28. Hold on. Wait. 28,000 points left. Is that right? My maths is so bad. You're Scottish? Hold on. I understand. That's all I believe. Could be mistaken. Lurk away, Alice. Thank you. You're Scottish. What do you have? Do you like whiskey? I don't want to stereotype. I don't want to stereotype or anything like that. I'm not a massive whiskey drinker. There's a couple. As I said, there's a couple of whiskeys I bought Dad for his. God, what was it? His 70th and his. Probably his 75th or something like that, and he really liked those, and I also really liked them. They were sort of sherry cask, they're aged in sherry casks. They were very delicious. I like those whiskies a lot. You do indeed. Well, some people, I don't want to stereotype. That would be a terrible thing. What basing goop? Just some basing goop that I already own. It's I can't remember what it was. One of the Games Workshop technical thingies. I've already got basing medium, but I just wanted to use the stuff I already had because it needs to be used rather than wasted. And I know it's basically just the stuff I have already, just with pigment shoved in there. I'm looking at I'm also looking at VMS Smart Mud. I keep meaning to buy it, but I keep forgetting because I'm awful. But I have to blame Night Shift for that, for putting me onto the VMS Smart Mud. When I do buy it, I will absolutely blame him fully. You have stone throw away from a distillery? Bloody hell. What's that smell like? I used to... actually, there's a gin distillery not far from this house. When the wind blows, I don't think I can smell anything, truth be told. But I have lived next to breweries before. And things like that. They do, when the wind blows in a weird direction, some things can definitely be smelled. They went to Scotland to learn everything about single malts and are making the best ones outside of Scotland. Oh, you reckon? Ah. So the only one, I can't remember the other brand, the other one I liked, but Arbor, enjoy the pronunciation. I like that one, and there was another one. Which I also loved, and I just can't remember the name of it. Hold on. Oh, we're painting off camera. My bad. Not bad, actually. Prevailing winds blow the other way. Yeah, so my mum's family were, on her mum's side, were brewers of beer. Up in Sheffield. And yeah, there was... You could smell... I think you could smell them when they were brewing. Yeah, I don't know. So, sorry, I do apologize. We're just I'm just got to get this stuff done. Otherwise, it's just going to sit. I finished 3 other minis yesterday. that I've printed out. I'll show you those in just a second, in fact. Let's get you done. These are all printed as well. I have a merchant license from Highland Miniatures to print, well, to sell these, not to print them, but to sell these miniatures. And I just thought, well, get some painted up and then I could put them on my store and be like, you too could potentially paint a miniature. And you could paint one better than me, but this is what yours could look like. Love his YouTube very much. Satisfaction. I mean, I watched his video the other night about, was it last night or the night? No. It was either last night or yesterday afternoon, because I had a seizure on Saturday night, so my Saturday night was ruined. So I didn't get to watch. I didn't watch Night Shift video then. Very sad. Ooh, hello. I do have to keep an eye on the time. It's not a short. I think it's a full sort of four-hour stream today. Not sort of. Ooh, hello. Worrying about. Yesterday was a bit shorter because I'm still not 100%. Still not truly 100%. I did chew my tongue when I had the seizure, so talking is a bit painful. I'm just trying to power through it. For your benefit, I'm sacrificing my own tongue. Yeah, it wasn't a bad seizure. It was a weird one, honestly. I just woke up. Okay. So I was in here painting most of Saturday. So these are the three miniatures we finished on Monday. So this is 3D printed from Highland Miniatures as well. This one is as well. This is a Highland Miniatures Shaman. And this is a recent Kickstarter, in fact. I got this as a free file, but it is available on my mini factory. It's a long snout, it's called. I'm not good at the non-metallic stuff. It's a sort of thing I'm trying to make myself do a little bit every week or something, just so I can practice a bit. I'm all my leg muscles are absolute agony at the moment. Like walking up and down stairs. So that's a banister right there. So I live. This is above a garage, so I have to walk down those stairs, which is agony. Walking downstairs from bed and walking upstairs is all agony. But anyway, so I was watching a film on Saturday evening, and I was watching Amityville 2, in fact, The Possession, a film I can't remember seeing in a long time. And I thought, it's on Amazon. I need some background noise. Let's slap it on. So I slapped it on. Lovely jubbly. It was coming to the end, and it was also rolling up to around about 9:15 or something. And I was thinking to myself, you know what? It's only pizza time. Let's wrap this film up. Let's wrap the painting up, and let's go and order a pizza. Let's put on a film in the house and just veg out for the rest of Saturday evening, God forbid. That's basically the last thought I had. I don't know where I woke up. It was either in here or in the kitchen in the house. I'm not really sure, truth be told. It was a very weird one. It's all right. It's not something I've truly mastered. I wouldn't call myself I would like to improve it. I think I can improve my non-metallic metals, or just painting metals. It's just something I haven't really put much time into, and it shows. I'm just very happy just painting like this, you know. So, anyway, that's all there is to it, really. I had the seizure. I woke up. It was a quick one, I think. Because I have a message I sent someone at 9:30, and then I sent a message to my mum. Anyway, at 9:20, at 10:20. So I was only out for 40 minutes at the most, which was rather tedious. Hold on. Trying to explain how to pronounce Scottish words is difficult. Oh yeah, I know it is. That's why I just butcher it and just apologize, and that's all I can do. I do it. I've tried attempting words before, and it's just embarrassing. It's embarrassing for me. It's terrible for the other person to hear. So I just butcher it and move on with apologies. That's all I can do. So. We've not done any sort of painted on weathering for this guy. This is a sort of pseudo scheme, color scheme. I mean, there's not really much of a color scheme to it. It's, it's basically like executioners. But if I do like a little sort of 500 or 1,000 points of this like little force that I want to do, then they're going to be this color, I think. I don't want to do them. I don't want to do them more blue-gray like this, like my old Space Wolves. But then again, at the same time, I don't think I want to do them shades. I don't want to go paint them black and like grey. I don't know. So I think with some weathering and actual this. So I just primed over an old miniature. It already had paint over it, so it's a rough old mini. I think with converting bits on the actual minis, it might work. Whether or not I paint this shoulder pad a different color is up in the air, really. I don't want to paint it yellow before anyone says. No one masters They just get it right now and then. I've got it occasionally right, but not often enough for me to be remotely happy. It's an illustration form of rendering. Oh, I am very aware of that. I'm very aware of that. Like it's, and for like painters as well. It's like when if they have to pick up a miniature the first time and they're like, what's just rendering. It's just rendering metal with paint. It's nothing you need to stress about. Discord, why is that not working? Let me do that. And oh, there we go. I don't know why that didn't work for you, but I do have a Discord, and I do attempt to use it. So there is a little bit of there is a tiny subscriber only little bit to it, but trying to keep a good chunk of it open for folks. And yeah, so today we're just mostly just kind of trying to finish a few minis off, get them done. And then Friday is our next stream at 4:00 UK time. I don't know what we're painting then. It'll probably be a Space Marine of some variety. We need to do some purple work. And that needs the handle of the sword, of this weapon at least, needs to be... I don't know what colour it needs to be. It's a bit of a struggle. I don't want to... Do I just want to use black paint? It's all right. Yeah, my pleasure. I do have to look into... Evidently, I got a lot of things on my Twitch stream which I need to fix. I have been streaming since 2018, and there was a little gap while I was moving house and stuff, where I was unable to stream. But I am now fully back, but with a slightly wonky stream. So I need to fix a few things. Which have gone astray. Awry, I think is the word I'm looking for. Now. I would like... Where's you? Let's just slap some paints on the base. I'm not really fussed about them, truth be told. And you? Are you a paint? You are a paint now. I don't even know what colour that was. It was field... I think that was field grey. Has the music stopped? Curses. There we go. This will work. I'm pondering going back to... I mean, I'm mostly happy with TMM, right? Like, I'm not sort of stressing about having to paint all the time and stuff like that. I just want to learn. I just want to improve it for when I do want to paint it. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Why is that? Okay, there it is. I'm not going to get my knickers in a twist if I can't figure it out, but it's just something to practice and slowly, hopefully, improve upon a little bit. But otherwise, I'm very happy using actual metallic paint. I suppose it's really if I ever want to attempt a... I don't even know. Who knows what's going on there? I think we used luminous yellow at some point on this. I'm not entirely sure. Thank you very much, first. Thank you very much. I wasn't entirely... Like, I think I could do better with the blend between the green, the dark green, and the black, but I'm not going to... Like, I'm calling this, like, the miniature itself, apart from... He's got a couple of little stringy bits, which I need to paint today, before the stream finishes. And, like, I suppose his face could add a bit more white to it to make it a bit more... Ooh, spooky. But I'm calling this basically done. I just want to sort of tart up the base a little bit. I do know what you mean. Good, good. You know, one of the many things I would like to improve. I'm certainly not the greatest painter out there. I'm a mediocre painter. But I'm a happy painter, which is the important thing as far as I'm concerned. Right, what is this colour? Oh, well, I'm going to smack you in there as well. Get in there. Honoured first, what did you decide to do with that bit of chicken? What did you do with it? I'm an old dog, new tricks. Yeah. It is, I don't know. Growing up now with access to the interwebs and all the sort of tutorials and things online available now, rather than back in the old days. That would be a lovely thing. Cuddling with the cat. That sounds like a solid plan. We'll keep going out of focus. I do apologize. Is the cat behaving? That's the real question. Is the cat behaving or is the cat misbehaving? Because I know some cats are basically evil incarnate. Not to disparage the cats out there, but... What's up, Wrath? What's cracking? Happy Tuesday. Can I just say the Boston Tea Party was a mistake? Please come back. I mean, there was a... Don't know if we'll do any good. But yeah, I would like to. I mean, I certainly want to get back to the States. It's been a hot minute since I've been... I was supposed to go this... Was it this year I was supposed to go to Adepticon? Yeah, it was. I think. No. I can't actually remember. It was one of the years that we've recently had. It was either this year or the year before I was supposed to go to Adepticon that just completely fell through. I miss it. He's a good boy. Excellent. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm not glad to hear it's not a terror. Because I stayed with a friend of mine in LA when he was working in film set. I was sleeping in the sort of living room, right? I was having innocent, pious dreams, right? Okay, the most innocent dreams possible. Next thing I know, I wake up. This demon had buried its claws into the soles of my feet, which apparently had just sort of come loose at the end of the bed. Demon claws into the soles of my feet at 3 a.m. when I was having blissful sleep. It was incredibly unpleasant, and curse that cat. Oh God, Wrath, I'm sorry. I don't really watch masses of the news. It's, as far as I can tell, the news is never anything good. It's usually depression. So I just avoid it. And live in, what's the word? Ignorance. Dual wield demon claws? Yeah, exactly. Seriously. Soles of my feet. It was really, it was not, look, there's a whole array of, lovely ways to wake up, right? Some of which I can't mention on this PG channel, right? But demon claws, 3 a.m. is not it. That's not it at all. You may do chicken korma. Do it a chicken korma. It'd be rude not to on it first. I got so sidetracked. Your cat. I used to I used to have a cat. Well, the family used to have 2 cats. So there was my cat, very, very chilled out cat. She just liked sleeping on my bed, and then walking outside, and doing cat things, and then coming back inside again. And then my brother's cat, it was a ghost. I don't know. We rarely saw him. He was just all over the neighborhood doing other cat things. But he was, I mean, they were both good cats, but unfortunately my cat died while I was in the States. It's very depressing. And I've not really had I don't think I would have the what's it to get, that was, when was that? Ooh, 2001. 2001 that was, or maybe 2002. I get the dates a bit confused. But I've not had a cat since. Pretty sure I wouldn't have one again. Not that I despise them, it's just, I don't know. Our dogs are, for me, the superior animal. The old days were cool. John Blanche, Mike McVeigh, Fraser Gray. But then the models were a bit janky. Listen. You say sorry to Nagash. Say sorry. Muzz, I'm calling you out. You have to say sorry to Nagash. I'm glad. I'm sorry. I'm glad you got a easygoing cat. That is a relaxing time. She hasn't lived there in years, but it was where she lived like the first 20 years. Like, yes. Look at you, Nagash. Bringing in. Look at the legends. Yes. Thank you very much for the follow. Was it this guy? Was it this guy who made you tickle that follow button? I bet it was. How could it not? Thank you very much for the follow. Like I did go. So when I did go to LA 2005, 2000-ish. I did like aspects of it, but seeing as I was just a tourist and stuff like that, it probably wasn't ideal. And I didn't drive. I walked everywhere. It was not ideal. It was very, I would have probably liked to have hung out there a little bit more, but I don't know if I would necessarily have gone back in the interim. A lot of childhood memories. No, exactly. Yep. Too much maintenance for you? Cat is doable. Oh, a dog is too much maintenance for you? Cat is doable. Yeah. Spike. Oh, hold on. Sorry. I'm reading the chat thing there and it's, sorry, I thought you typed, my bad. I wasn't calling you out. She's a Maine Coon and a big fluff ball. How big are we talking about? Like this big? I don't know. I know they get big. Big fluffy beasts. Your mate used to have a cat called Oscar. He was basically a dog in cat form. Literally the nicest cat you ever met. So there are cats exist out there which are like that. I mean, then again, you do have dogs which are absolute nightmares as well. So it's not always happy days. But I don't know, man. I don't even know what I'm doing, by the way. I'm just absolutely winging it. Bit more field grey. Excuse me. Do you know how disappointed I am that I did not have pizza at the weekend? Really disappointed. Absolutely, devastated. What is this colour? Oh, God, this is disgusting paint. Her name is Yen. She weighs about 9 kilos. 9 bags of sugar. That's quite hefty. That's quite hefty, that is. Oh, God. This paint is absolutely skanky. I think that's just water at the bottom. Water and wishful thinking. I think there is pigment, but I don't think there's any way that's going to live. I'll give it a jiggle. I did have to try and resuscitate some paints recently. I did use a Jiggle Master 5000. It was the biggest waste of money I've ever spent in my life. I will never recommend a Jiggle Master 5000. Oh, hello. Oh, we got some colour. Pop go. All right. What's going on in there? It's just. Oh, okay. Let's just mix. Yeah, whatever. Get a powered hacksaw. I know someone who used to do that. It's definitely a thing. I don't know. You didn't buy an artist? No, I didn't. They did one, did they? No, I didn't. I absolutely did not get one of them. Much like I didn't get any Artis Opus brushes. Just didn't buy the hype. So if you want to know what I mean by Jiggle Master 5000. Now, normally, right, I'm the type of person who It's very irritating, but I like to attempt to buy the best thing that I can afford. Now, at the time, I could have afforded better, but I don't know what was wrong with me. I don't know, demented or something. But I bought the Jiggle Master 5000. This piece of rubbish. Garbage. 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 The massage guns. Wait, are those actual massage guns? I thought those were other things. That's all I'm saying, Omnissiah. I thought there were other things, you know? It works real well. I wonder if I can shake an entire set of paints on your foot massager. I bet you could. I reckon you can do it. Could get one way cheaper than they were selling it for. Well, that's always the thing, isn't it? Listen, when I come out with my gadget, all right, it won't be overpriced. I mean, it'll be priced well for me. It'll be priced well for me. I'll be able to not retire from it, though. Yet. I don't really... This brush is absolutely massive. No, I will not that cast one shite. You have one. You also got GW Lava Dragon from 88. That was a... You talking about Nagash? How very dare you? He is judging you. He is absolutely judging you at this point in time. That cast was amazing. And that's all there is to be said about it. I have to say the AO dry brushes are so good. For me, they're worth every penny. That other brushes are not so much. I mean, so... I'm trying to remember. Are they the smushing brushes? They're not the smushing brushes, are they? From Rosemary & Co. They're the other ones, which I don't actually have yet. The dry brushing thingamajiggles. They're a Theragun. They all look the same. They've all got massaging bits on. Rough, all right. They've all got massaging heads. All right. They all look the same. I'm not an expert in this topic. Are you sure they're different things? Because to me, they look exactly the same. Like maybe this is where I've been going wrong my entire life. You know? Could well be. So, let's... I don't know what colour this paint is, but we're going to slap it on anyway. Come here. Oh, I don't think there's any in there. There's a smidgen. They look the same. Wait, hold on. What are we talking about? Listen, I swear they look the same. Some of them look the same. Those are only for the bravest. I have a full set of original Terminators and metal designs. Oh, don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. I love... Space Hulk was my gateway drug into Games Workshop. Not Hero Quest. It was Space Hulk and Space Crusade. That was my gateway in. And then obviously a few years later I got some, you know, started on my Space Wolf Army of Doom. And then it was all history. It was mostly sci-fi, like Warhammer 40k stuff for me. And then towards the end of the 90s, I did start eyeing up a bit of the Warhammer fantasy stuff. Obviously, I would have loved a Bretonian army, but I couldn't paint back then. I painted like I don't know, something really bad. Something really badly. It was terrible. So I didn't want to wait. I didn't want to ruin the plastic. Because I didn't realize you could strip paint off minis back then. If I'd realized, it would have been a different story. Talk about a bunt punch. The Theragun has a strong punch. Oh, does it? Listen, I don't kink shame. Hey, people are into different things. All right. I am not going to kink shame anyone unless that is their kink, in which case I will. It's not anything like a Hitachi or whatever. Oh, is it not? Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you know, different motions for different oceans. Space Crusade for Commodore 64. Really? I did not play that. Because I'm trying to remember, like, at school, I've still got to paint the scabbard. Purple? Purple scabbard? What color are we going with, ladies and jelly spoons? I've never seen anyone use a Theragun. Well, you need to find some adventurous people, Ruff. That's all I got to say. Just I don't think I've seen anyone use one of those either. But you know, there's always a first time. I'm not gonna keep my eye. I'm not gonna keep the blinkers on. You've also got the original Gene Stealers in metal. I remember them. Yeah. You don't have the Patriarch on the throne, do you? And you've seen a lot, you filthy rascal. Folks, are we talking purple scabbard? I think it kind of makes sense. I do need to tart up this purple because I used Roho Sunset, right? On this, and it's like we need to fix the purple. It's garbage. But I got to keep an eye on the stream time. I normally do 4 hours of stream. Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. That leaves me Wednesday and Thursday to apparently record stuff for YouTube. Hello, YouTube. I haven't forgotten you there, folks. You are very saucy over there. Liking and subscribing and hitting the bell for notifications. Think it might be time for another Great Britain playthrough in Empire Total War. God, I've not played that in donkey's years. I remember buying that when it came out. And I was so bad at it. And guess what? I'm still terrible at it. Decade later. When did it come out? I was living in Brighton at the time. So that would have been 2000 and... When was it? I really wish I was good at those games. I'm just absolutely awful. I'm absolutely awful at those games. It sucks. Like Total War Warhammer 1 and 2. I need to get the third one. But it's just, I know I'm bad at it, so I just need to get it on sale. Because then I don't feel so bad. Same, I went nuts on it. I mean, it was fantastic. Like, oh, it's fantastic. You're a huge Medieval 1, Rome and Medieval 2 fan already. See, I hadn't really got into it at that point. I remember watching that TV show when they basically got some person off the streets, and they were like, "Yo, you're gonna battle this historian, this military historian, and in like ancient battles, using basically this software." I can't remember what the show was called. Oh, it was amazing. I really liked that show, and that's probably what got me into, you know, Empire Total War, or wanting to play these games. And you know, I know Empire Total War was the first one I purchased. I've purchased a few since then, but I'm equally rubbish on all of them, regardless of it being based in reality or fantasy. I'm terrible at all of them. That is a constant. Shogun 2 is the best. I have that one. I'm also terrible at that one. I can't. Someone was talking about it, and I ended up buying it on sale. And yeah, I'm awful at that. I wish I was good at it. I seriously wish I was, because like I've watched a few streamers in the past play the games, and I've been very envious. I've been very envious of them. Ugh. It's terrible. Three Kingdom is actually the best. Is it? Wait, hold on. Hold on. I'm not searching for it. Is it really good? Three Kingdoms is a work of art. And it's on sale at the moment. 75% off. I could buy the collection for only 40 quid instead of 120. Rounding 10% off, whatever that is. 66% off. Oof. The problem is, I'll be terrible at that as well. This is the issue. I'm really waiting for Total War Warhammer 3 to come out so I can be terrible at that. Play vanilla first. It's so good. I know, but I'll just be that bad at it as well. Year of the Snake sale. Wait, what? Anyway, so folks, we are painting again on Friday here on Twitch and indeed YouTube. We do dual stream to old YouTube Arena. We'll be painting Space Marines. Space Marines on Sunday. Sorry, Friday. We'll also get the day correct. Not that this stream is over yet, but when the time comes, we will be painting Space Marines. I'm just really pondering what colour to paint this stupid scabbard. I don't know if purple would go... Like, would you... If you were this geezer when you were alive, right, and you had a sweet green cloak on with all your armour, would you want your scabbard matching your cape? That is my question to folks. Or wouldn't watch it? You wouldn't want it merging with your sweet cloak, with your, with your, I don't know what the hell you call this, whatever this green thing is. You wouldn't want it merging with that, would you? But then again, would you want it merging with the Cape of Doom? I don't know. The Cloak of Doom, maybe. It is a conundrum. It didn't get developed as much as Shogun did. It doesn't matter. But I want to be the best. I want to be the best. All right, we're going to get some colors. We got some purples. We're going to do a purple scabbard. No, too late. You were too late. Too late. We got Nagaroth Knight. Phoenician purple. Cacophony purple. Xerius purple. Do we have the other one? It's Gene Stealer purple. We can do without that bad boy. Play on easy and take your time. Listen. What the hell? Oh, it's a handkerchief. All right. Okay. Nagaroth Knight. That can do one. Phoenician purple. We're just going to get this done because we have to do it. Otherwise, it's just like this miniature is going to take forever to finish. And I would actually like to move on to other stuff to paint. So, that is what we're going to do. We're going to locate a brush. We're going to use that brush. We're going to use it real good. If we can find it. What have I been doing with my brushes? Oh, there it is. My bad. We'll use this brush, though, to extract the paint. Let's give them a good old jiggle. Ragnar, if you're seeing that, I do see that video you posted into public chat, by the way, on Discord. What time is it? Oh, God, 7:30? Oh, baby. I'm molting, apparently. Be gone, foul beast. Slap in some of this bad boy. There. Whoopsh. Got some of you. Goody gumdrops. Skedaddle. Zurius purple. We don't need much of you, but we're going to slap you there. And then cacophony purple. It's a very pastel color, but okay. All right, sunshine. In there you go, foul beast. So tonight, well, I've got to deal with the taxes tomorrow. Blech. Not that there's a massive issue, but they do need to be dealt with tomorrow. Then, what am I going to do tonight? I've got to get a wiggle on with the old rhino. What in fact I might like to do is got to get the oil paints out. Got to get the old oil paints out because we're going to do some panel lining and weathering with oils on that rhino. That is going to become a YouTube video of sorts. I mean, it's not going to be, and it's also going to become a blog post as well. Aha! So there it is. I'm just impressed with painting on camera for so long. That was my biggest bit of positivity I can take away from today. The fact that I've painted on camera for a bit of time in a row. I'm going to wait for that bit to dry. Bit watery. We'll just wait for that to dry. I think. We're going to wait for that to dry, definitely, and then give it a go. Don't know if this is a good choice. We'll find out. It'll be whatever it is. It's fine. And then I do need to order the brown base stuff that I want to use. That's one way to fix it. Ow. Well, that's one way to sort of access bits to paint quicker. Yeah, like I said, this resin is the slightly firmer one, which has not been mixed in with the Onyx Tenacious, or the Tenacious, or whatever it's called. Which I have ordered and is in stock finally. So I will be mixing the Tenacious in with the resin for the miniatures, at least, because it will stop things like that happening, which is very irritating. But for the larger scale things like statues, busts, and such, this doesn't really need the Tenacious in it, so we will be okay without it. It's just the miniatures really are going to be tenacious up to stop, hopefully cut down on little, I mean, that's always going to happen, but it's hopefully going to happen a lot less, which is the important bit. So I'm just going to have to wait a bit for that to dry. And then obviously, it's still slightly wet, so we'll just have to wait for that to dry, and then we can give it a little bit of a tickle. Are we using the wrong brush? Can I blame it on using the wrong brush, potentially? I can always blame it on using the wrong brush. Okay. It's going to wait for that to dry, and then we're going to glue it on. 7:30, because normally we finish around about 8. because then I can go and get all the stuff done which needs to be done. Just for like, i.e. in this case, showering and then having a supper. Not sure what supper is going to be. But it will be delicious. So, the old wet palette. I'm going to wait a little bit longer. Otherwise, I'll just have to get a hairdryer on it if we can find it. I can find it. Hold on. Well, I'm glad this happened now rather than later because we can get a little bit of paint over it to kind of hide it. Or camouflage. Camouflage the break even. So let us get a little bit of this. So what are we doing tonight? We're not going to... I've got to really think what we're going to do for the base of the dreadnought that we're building tomorrow. The old spider dreadnought. I was wondering if maybe now is actually a good opportunity to paint the inside of the cape cloak. Not sure. Anyway, we'll figure... Suppose... Anyway, we'll ponder that. Ooh. JD! No. I did not, unfortunately. I did not. I'm sorry. Don't take it personally. All right? It wasn't because of you. Because of me. I wanted it all. What's up, Mark? How's it going? Right, we've got to fix... Is this music? What's going on? Oh, there must be an advert playing. Yes, it's an advert playing. I've not listened to this track in a while, in fact. You should have, really. Because then I could have planned. And then... things could have been, then I could have made enough to go around. Unfortunately, you didn't. But, it's not the end of the world. This is a learning experience for all of us. It gives us the opportunity to not make that mistake again. I don't know what cake I would make though. If I could make any cake right now, honestly, if I knew I was going to eat it, if I was the primary recipient of that cake, honestly, just a Vicky sponge would be very good. Would not say no to a Vicky sponge. Although lemon cake of some variety is always absolutely divine. Like, I'll rarely choose a chocolate cake. I do like chocolate cake, obviously, because it is delicious, but I will rarely kind of actively choose it. So, I kind of a bit less, like, I do like coffee and walnut cake, or coffee cake on its own, even. That's about it, really. That's about it. All right, you little rascal. You're gonna get glued in place, okay, Sunshine? When bits of miniatures snap. When you don't pay attention. It's got to make sure the angle's right. Now I know when I let go of this, it's going to fall off, and it's going to be very irritating. All I can hear right now is I looked at that skeleton head, and all I could see was Skeletor laughing at me. Very bad. Right. Perfection. Sort of. I do have to continue painting this, unfortunately, so I'm going to have to wait a little bit before I feel confident in its gluification. So I'm gonna leave. Oh, I'm never. I was just wondering if his sword's a bit wonky, but then I realised he's a little bit old. Shouldn't be too surprised. I'm not going to keep maneuvering it. It's technically fine. It's fine. It's all groovy. So, what time is it? Oh, we got a few more minutes. We got about 20 more minutes. 23 more minutes. 0 drop frames. That's what I'm very excited about. I'm very excited about 0 drop frames. I'd like to thank whoever has done that, made that a thing. It's been quite nice not dropping frames every stream for once. So let's get the what's it called? It's called Phoenician Purple, not Nagaroth Night. Does look weird. It looks slightly skew-if. Oh well. It's fine. It's all groovy. I'm not going to worry about it. What I am going to worry about is painting out of focus and out of shot from the camera. Obviously, we got the skelly. We got to paint the skelly hands a little bit more. They need a bit more attention. Or a lot more attention. Okay. Send your dog to music teacher on London Underground. Pretty good. Went from barking to tooting. That's quite the journey. That's terrible. That's terrible. I like it. I'll have to remember that one. I've not heard that one before. Yeah, I'm still not 100% happy. I going from dark purple to Rojo purple, Rojo sunset was a bit of a mistake. I'm gonna have to remedy that situation. I do feel bad about it. Yeah, I've not heard that joke before. I'll have to remember that. It's very corny. And I can appreciate that. Alrighty. So we're just zooming through this, really. Next up, Zurius Purple. I don't know if that's a hair. It appears to be a hair in there underneath that paint. It's maneuvering around. It's like, see that little ridge right there? I don't think I'll be able to remove. I think it's under a layer of paint, and I think that's it. I don't think it's going to move. I think it's trapped for life. Oh well. Worry about that bad boy later. Let's wait a little bit. Get that next layer of purple done. Oi. By the way, if you got channel points on Twitch, if you're here on Twitch, use those channel points on the old community goal. Literally no other reason to use them. Currently. If we hit that goal before Fridays, before the end of stream on Friday, I don't know if that's going to be possible. Then I will gift 5 subs to the community. It was nice to meet you. Nice. Thank you very much for hanging out. It's lovely to meet you as well. I hope you have a lovely rest of your evening. I do stream just before you. I do stream Monday, Tuesday, and Friday currently, and I do dual stream to YouTube. Hopefully, I am hoping to get back to making videos for YouTube, but there's hiccups in the house at the moment, so a few issues getting resolved, and then back to YouTube. Hopefully, videos at least. But thank you very much. Have a lovely evening. Look after yourself. We looked at the Station Forge stuff. We looked at the stuff. I'm going to curse Google AdSense. It's going to be fun later. Figure out what's going on with that nightmare. Ba-da-ba-ba-bum. Da-da-da-da-da-dum. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. So, as I said, yeah, Friday is indeed going to be. I don't really know what Space Marine we're going to be painting, but we will be painting a Space Marine of some variety. I have one. I printed out this one. Let's not bonk the camera, shall we? I printed out this lad. So obviously, I've got his cloak somewhere and his head somewhere. Ooh. It might be this cloak here, right? It might be this cloak right here. I can't quite remember how. There. So that's his cloak. I don't know where his head is. Would it have been this? It could have been this head. I don't want to accidentally glue on the wrong bonds. But I was pondering this lad. But I was thinking to myself, I don't actually know what chapter I want to paint him as. So that's why we didn't do it today. I've got lots more of, things to paint in this thing. I've got some vampire knights right here that I've been printed out. I don't know what that is. I've got a dwarf on a bear for my little dwarf army. I got some elves with a crossbow right there. I've got some, what are these lads? Death Shroud Terminators. I think these are Death Shroud. I got some of those boyos. No, not Death Shroud. Grave Warden. That's what they are. They're Grave Wardens. I think I got 10 of those vaguely ready to go once I find all their bits. But yeah, so that's probably what we're doing. Probably on Monday, on Friday. Jesus. I do have a variety of other 3D printed Space Marines of various varieties. I do have I've got a bunch of Terminators over. It's just trying to figure out what Legion I want to paint them for, or chapter. That's the real issue. As always. Always the real issue. It's trying to figure out what we want to paint them as. Okay, well, let's tidy that little mistake up a little bit. It's weird the Xerius purple is... Maybe it's a highlight for a darker color. It seems strange. Anyway, we'll worry about that later. So we do need to fix this issue up as well. The stringy bits. The stringy bits. We are getting there with these. These minis, I don't think will be coming back onto stream again because certainly painted them enough. They're kind of like at the point where we can just finish them off camera. This is Boss at Snickrot with his dodgy Numamut blades. Probably these skulls need a little bit of work, really. But that could well be a problem for the weekend because I'm assuming all the basing goop arrives roughly at the same time. It shouldn't take too long to really finish these off and get them where they need to be, and then I can just finally get photos of them and put them away and not have to worry about them any longer. That's going to be the goal. Are there any other skellies? Da, da, da. Probably could do with a bit more wear and tear at the back there, but yeah, it'd be good to plonk these lads to one side and not have to worry about them, and then start major going into February. I don't really know what the major problem is. I know we got to prepare for March from a Crag. We got potentially 52 Ultramarines to paint. Assuming I can find all the bits, that's a major problem. I've certainly got 20 Assault Marines, assuming I can find all their jump packs. 20 Devastators, assuming I can find all of their bits. And then a squad of 10 Tactical Marines. And then I think maybe 2 champions, company champions or something like that. Veteran geezers, basically. No, that's not right. Who do we painted the company champion and the medic, and then 2 veteran sergeants or whatever they were. So I assume we've got a banner bearer in that box set and a captain. So 52 Marines plus we do have 8 rhinos and 1 razorback to paint as well. What I would like to do is basically print out a bunch of Ultramarine Rhino doors. I know these are not Rhino doors. These are Land Raider doors that I printed out. I would like to print out a bunch of these so I can slap them on. And, you know, so we can then get that done. But we're not doing that this March from a Crag. I think that will be, one of those rhinos is going to be a YouTube video. I don't know if we're going to do a whole, sort of an entire YouTube video where I paint all of them. That would be slightly exhausting. It would get them done though, which would be fun. But we'll have to worry about that at another time. So I do need to fix the purple on this cloak. It's not great. I did highlight up to the sunset Rojo sunset. I don't really know why. The rest of them have it on as well. A little bit. So either way, it needs fixing. It's something I have to add to the list of things to fix. Most of these are basically done apart from slapping stuff on the base. I think probably I could spend more time on all of them just to tart them up and get them where I would personally like them to be. But for the sake of my own sanity, I'll get these rims done and then get the base done, slapped on. take a photo, slap them on Instagram, and then not see them for months. I thought I'd lost my Alpha Legion doors. I couldn't find them. My brother found them in... Hey, nice one. In your hobby stuff at work? You have hobby stuff at work? Is it really work, Gabba? Well, I'm glad you've not lost those doors. I'm glad you've not lost those doors. These skellies, they're basically done. I need to paint that thing and the pointy bit at the end. But he's done, I suppose. The skelly bones were all done with Skeleton Horde contrast paint. I suppose I could go back and add a little bit more highlights to the bony bits, like the forearms and the face, potentially. Let's pick those details out. But I'm considering them done. This thing, I have no idea. You got a big pile of stuff at work? Actually, hold on. I'm going to do all of this. Here. Hold on. Let me move all this stuff out. What is this question for Gabba? Also, Gabba, I hope you're, starting to feel better. There's a purple. That one needs to go. So, make sure my hair's out of... This is for the YouTube. I'm questioning the whole hobby at work concept. It's a viable concept. Oh, thank you very much for the follow. Thank you. I do apologize. This scene right here has no alerts on it. Just because... yeah, that's how I set it up. But I will revert back tonight. I might have to refresh the old follow. Thank you very much. Happy Tuesday to you. I hope you're well. Just doing like a little weird 360 of the minis that we've sort of been working on today. When I get my jobs done, I hobby in the... Hey, there you go. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. You don't paint, you just build and prime. Didn't quite get this lad finished. That stick bit. I think we're just going to paint it black. I think I do, if I was to do an army of these lads, then I reckon I do like the green cloaks. It's not because I painted my orcs using the exact same color, skin-wise. It is a little bit, but it is... We've got to paint the end of his sword. Oh, we haven't done that. That's a disaster. And there's a bit of metal we need to paint there. I mean, a skull. Skull bone. And then finish this lad. I don't know what color. Oh, we're doing ice base for him, I think. Got his eyes done. Hello, where's the focus point? Where's the focal point? Oi, oi, sunshine. There you go. We didn't really do any edge. I'm not sure if I should paint that shoulder pad a different color. I don't know. What are your opinions, folks? Whoopsh. Hold on. Let me see if I can do something. Alerts? See if I can refresh the follow. How do I even do that? No, it's not there. Activity feed. Oh, thank you very much for the follow. Thank you. Thank you very much indeed for the follow. So I don't know. We are battling on with these. They're taking a little bit longer than I honestly like. I'm blaming me being really rusty getting back into painting. Having spent years, a year and a half not painting. I'm blaming it on the on the boogie. Basically, we will get back into relative full speed ahead at painting. But it is it's maybe in February. Actually, no, we're warming up to March. March is the important month. March for McCrag. This month isn't over yet, though, folks. If you've got channel points, use them on the channel goal, the community goal, because if we hit that, then I'll gift 5 subs to the community. Simples. That's all there is to it. Basically. Yeah. So what am I'm just pondering what to do now. I'm just going to have a quick butcher's. What's everyone up to this evening? While I am moving this light out of my face, what are we all doing this evening? I got a I'm just pondering where we are going to go. I know where we're going to go. I know where we're going to go. That's all there is to it. Although, I am waiting. For... What's going on? Is this stream live? I think I just missed his stream. Okay, I was going to go and raid Alchemist. What printers do I use? I have a Saturn 3 Ultra, I have 2 Saturn 4 Ultras, and I have a Frozen Mini Sonic 8KS. Those are the ones I'm using, and I also have a Bamboo X1C and a Bamboo P1S, which I'm not technically using at the moment. But I will be using soon. We're going to go and raid Jimmy, because frankly, that's what's going to work out. I would like to say, before we hold on, let's do the raid command. If you're here on Twitch, we're going to go and raid Jimmy the Brush. If you're on YouTube, the stream's going to end. But do come over to Twitch and say hello. I am going to be streaming on Friday at 4 o'clock UK time, which is last month stream of this month. And it'd be lovely to see you both either on here, or I had the wrong command. Either here or on YouTube, and it would be lovely to see you. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. I do have Discord to potentially, if you are still on YouTube, that Discord command might work. Let's get this raid underway, though. That Discord command might not work. It doesn't appear to be. Great. That's something else for me to fix. Let's go and say hello to Jimmy. I would like to say thank you very much. Let's have a very quick thank you to Chris Frozen. Make sure you have followed Chris, please. If you are on my side of that raid, please make sure you have followed. It's a majestic thing to do. And I'd like to say thank you very much for the follows today. You've all been absolutely delicious. I look forward to seeing you later. JD, you look after yourself. Gabbert, I hope you're feeling better soon. Let's get this raid underway once I've hit the end page. Whee! Yes. Oh, is this going to work? Yes! Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. On y va! And other words as well. Incoming ad break. Oh, great. It's... The button's disappeared. Pop out chat. Can I do the button here? Here we go. It's fine. I've got the... Dismiss you, foul beast. Stupid pop-ups. Raid now. On y va. I pressed the raid now button.